Ladies and gentlemen, happy Sunday to you. I saw you guys about 10 hours ago, 12 hours ago, whatever it was. We got Big Ray in the house. He hasn't been on the show in like 6 days. You had some withdrawal, Ray. You were in Florida at a wedding. Look how tan and handsome he is. His voice is a little hoarse, so bear with him. But I'll talk.
Hold on, everybody.
Did you miss us?
Hope you guys had a good weekend.
They missed you, Ray.
I miss you guys. It's been a little busy. We went on a trip to Florida, so for a wedding. But I'm back.
How hammered did you get?
I was out always the latest every night, so
that's what we do, baby. We're the sunrise guys, right? And then the thing is, we still end up waking up as early or don't sleep as the rest of the clowns that go to bed at 2. Yes. I got to do a quick shout out to my boy Tucker Kraft on National Tight End Day. You know, I have 11 shares of Tucker Kraft in my leagues. My wife has 11 leagues. I believe she has 5 shares. So we have 16 Tucker Kraft, baby. So I just got to give him a little homage. He is my brother. He is my lover. He is my father. He is my friend. That is Tucker Kraft showing out on the national stage as a top 3 fantasy tight end. Right? Yeah. Like, let me ask you this right now. Tucker Kraft, or George Kittle rest of the season?
Oh, I would take Tucker Kraft.
But I was still saying up until this week, I was like, it's George Kittle. It's close. It's close, right?
Oh, it's close. I mean, Kittle will just be top 5, not top 3.
And Tyler Warren, it seemed like it was Tyler Warren, you know, ahead of, but now there's just so many mouths there, and Tucker Kraft is just, dude, he's just so good. Like, Tyler Warren will be that good, but like, there is no one. He's a fucking bowling ball. You see him injure the guy in the 59-yard catch. Like, he's fast, he's shifty, and he's a fucking like offensive tackle out there, dude. I just love Tucker Kraft. I couldn't be happier about Tucker Kraft. And my bet on the night was DK Metcalf, 54.5 yards. Luckily, he hit it on that last drive. But the whole plan was all day to go Tucker Kraft. And DK was at like 59 yards in the morning. It dropped to 54.5, and Tucker was at like 51. I'm like, I saw the value. I was going to take the wide receiver. And then, of course, Tucker gets his in the first quarter. And, you know, I love him. But I try not to bet with my heart. I try to bet with my head. Right. Betting Tucker Kraft is when I bet with my penis, unfortunately. That's how I actually press the button, you know, the bet now button. It's Correct. Just like a phoner.
Right.
Anyways, what's going on, everyone? We got J-Bob in here. We got Blake in here. Jason, Cruz. Cruz is, I don't know if Cruz has been on since you've been on, Ray. New Patreon edition. He is the shit. Jason Cruz says Rob's looking like, who's Paul Crew? Who's Paul Crew?
From Longest Yard, Adam Sandler character.
Oh. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's just like it's Adam Sandler. I mean, you never seen that movie? The remake on The Longest Yard?
No, I have. I've seen the original. I've seen the original more. Well, because I've had people tell me that I look like Ben Roethlisberger, which I don't like that. But I've also had people say I look like Jake Gyllenhaal, and I don't agree with either of those two things. But I'd much prefer Jake Gyllenhaal than Ben Roethlisberger.
Well, yeah.
I just look like me, bro. I just look like me.
You look like more like Paul Crew, that's for sure. Yeah, it's the hat, like Jason said.
So how'd your fantasy day go? I am crushing ass in the home leagues, in my Yahoo home leagues at least. I am 22-6, bro.
Get him, Brick.
I'm high points and first place in all of my Yahoo home leagues right now. As you know, Ray, you're in 2 of them with me. Well, I'm gonna put up 173.5 PPR with no flex. Like, that's unbelievable, man. Yeah, I guess 2 words for you. Jonathan fucking Taylor. That's 3 words. Jonathan fucking Taylor.
I don't have any stock in him this year. I wish I did because he's fucking killing it.
Dude, that ballerina toe tap on the sideline, like, dude, the plays he's making. It's just the usage, the offense, what he looks like. It's unreal. It's fucking unreal. All right, we are going to get to our 2 big things here. And then we're going to get to all your questions. You guys start loading up the comment section. We will get to them all. Super chat is enabled. If you want something answered right away, you can't stick around the whole time. If you just want to support me and keep this show going 7 nights a week like it is, much appreciated. We're going to get to our 2 big things here, and then we'll get to questions. All right, Raymond, what is your 1 big thing?
So I think right now, really, what sort of seems to be happening, like they touched on it on the Sunday Night Football broadcast. that there seems to be a separation in the NFL that's starting to happen. That the teams are starting to, the good teams that we know are pretty good are starting to separate, and then the bad teams are starting to separate themselves. You know what I mean? Like, so,
Yeah.
Because having wins from the Eagles, the Bucks, the Cowboys, the Broncos, the Colts, the Packers, these are all really good teams that they're sending. The Chargers too, so that's
And
definitely
how
big
many
thing.
games, how many blowouts were there? There weren't any close games. So like that's kind of the point you're saying, is that like the teams are separating themselves, except for the Falcons. They went the other way.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Here's the crazy thing. The Falcons are the craziest team. They've literally gotten shut out 31-0 against the Panthers, and then they get blown out by literally a team left for dead with a coach that's just on the hottest seat of all time. The seat is on fire. Literally, his ass has third-degree burns, and Tua comes out and looks like fucking Dan Marino.
Yeah, no, dude.
Regardless of that, like their defense, how did they not score any points in the Dolphins' defense? Like Kirk Cousins, I think, is the reason why, right?
Right. Yeah. No, I mean, that was that was probably the big surprise for sure. That was weird.
Yeah, real quick, J-Bob, thank you for the $2 donation. Appreciate you. Big Ray, Glaze the Birds, Hurts 4 TDs, 6-2 Super Bowl favorite. Are they the Super Bowl? Let's just say, are they the NFC favorite? Now, I know that the Packers looked amazing tonight, and getting Christian Watson back, I know he's not the best player, but he has a different skill set than everyone on the team. And then you got Jaden Reed coming back with that gadget role. Rank your top 3 NFC teams right now.
Probably,
if you want, I can go first.
Yeah, it'd probably be Packers. I know order for me at the moment. Just be like Packers, Eagles, and probably Buccaneers.
Ooh, no Lions?
Oh yeah, I'd probably I'd put the Lions. Sorry, I'd put the Lions in over the Bucks. But those would be my 3 top teams right now.
And then you got Bucks at 4, probably. Because I know the Niners had getting a lot of love, but the Niners got a little exposed today. Now I know they're still not healthy. Right. This I think solidified. Like I know there was a lot of rumors, and I was one of these people, not spreading the rumors because no one listens to me besides the 50 people in the Patreon or the Discord. It was that Mac Jones could keep this job. This solidified Brock Purdy as this is Brock Purdy's gig when he's healthy, because Mac Jones looked a little human today. And just the crazy thing is like Bijan and CMC, the safest, most steady fantasy players outside of Jonathan Taylor this year. What do they have? Like Bijan had 5 points or 4 points, and I think CMC had like 9, but he had like 2 points in the fourth quarter. The MC, and then he got receptions. But so I'm not going to call the Niners a fraud just because I do believe in Kyle Shanahan. Like there's like 5 coaches I believe in. No, I don't believe in Kyle Shanahan, the coach, at least not in the playoffs. I believe in Kyle Shanahan, the architect, right? The roster architect and the play caller.
Right.
Unless it's a playoff game. and then and that goes out the window.
Sure.
No. I believe unless it's the fourth quarter and they're up by multiple scores in a playoff game. A lot of caveats on this.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna go a couple big things here. The Bills. That was yes. That was yes. Like we knew it was gonna happen. I didn't think it was gonna be like this. James Cook. Whoo, that was the easiest bet I've ever won in my life. Like 200 yards.
16 yards.
And the injuries, dude. The injuries keep on piling up. Man. Cam
Scatterbo.
I'm very, 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 very upset because as you know, I have Cam Scatterbo in 9 spots. Beyond the fact it cost me it would have cost me more leagues, but Tucker Kraft bailed me out. He would have had a 20-point game instead he had 10 because he was on his way to a good game. Changed the game. The Eagles are still going to win, but
yeah, man. Without Malik Neighbors and him now, I mean, how much better that offense would be.
Yeah, and we all thought it was going to be a head injury, right? We're like, oh, he'll miss games because of concussion, not because his ankles turned the fucking opposite direction. And that guy's such a tough dude. He didn't even fucking flinch. He's like, whatever, I'll be back. I'm gonna go do some roofing over here and drink some High Lifes.
Right.
Scott says I scored 180 points this week. Beat undefeated guy. What's your record, Scott? Hey, thank you again, Scott. Again, another Patreon member. Appreciate you.
Yes, thank you.
I do have something to play for Cam Scatterbo. This is courtesy of Matt. He used to be Poker Guts. Matt, this is awesome. You like this.
Come on, coach, put me back in.
Cam, your ankle's broken.
Just snap it back on, twist it or something. It's fine. I want to break some stuff.
This is why we drafted you, Cam.
Sports Memes channel. You'll see it in the Discord. Check that out. New channel. He's allowing me to have these awesome memes, dude. They're great. Funny, raunchy, not in great taste, but you know what? Cam Scatto is probably laughing at that too because he's a fucking badass dude. And no one's sadder about Cam Scatto than me. Maybe some Giants fans, but yeah. So the injuries, man, it keeps on hitting us. You know, Drake London was ruled out earlier today. AJ Brown missed the week. We have Quinshon Judkins being hurt now. Saquon Barkley left the game early. Like, dude, it just keeps on going and going and going. And I don't know when it's going to stop because like now we're getting the backups of the backups hurt. And then we're getting now the star players hurt, the guys that are indestructible. Like, what is Bijan going to get hurt next?
Shut your
I'm
mouth.
knocking on wood, but like, well, here's the thing is I have like 11 Algier shares and I only have 2 or 3 Bijans and I have Algier in every league. So I wouldn't be, I don't want a major injury for Bijan. Can I get 2 weeks of Algier, please?
No, 0
in the playoffs. Damn it.
Yeah, especially now.
Yeah. The injuries, man, this is just getting out of control. This is probably the wackiest fantasy season. I know it's easy to say that. We always say that every year, right? It's always recency bias and like what's happened recently, right? But have you remember a year like this where it's like there's no team that's untouched by these injuries, really?
Yeah, I mean, it sort of seems like it happens every year, but this does seem to be like the back. You know, now the backups are all starting to get hurt too. So it is.
Well, last year, no running backs got hurt.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. I'll say this: in my, I'm pretty untouched in my $500 league. I had one $500 league. I'm 8-0 now with like 180 points higher than the next team. But I did lose CeeDee Lamb for like 4 weeks. So like that was my one injury, and then Ibuka a little bit, I guess. But
Scott said he's 3.
You know, when you have a,
Scott said he's 3-4 with the 180 points.
3 and 4. Oh, okay. All right, that's huge. Now you're 4-4 then.
Yeah. That's
now you're 4-4, and the points are going to matter because that's why points are big because they end up when you're a middling team, you're going to end up having the tiebreaker matter, right? And then essentially that's an extra win for you if your league's legit. If you do like head to head, which I hate, it's so stupid. It's got to be total points, right, Ray? J Bob, I'm 4-4. Am I cooked? Absolutely not. Again, like I just said, if you're 4-4 with let's say top 4 points in the league. You're a whole win higher. If you're 4-4 with bottom 3 points in the league, it's like you're 4-5. So I give you, it's literally a 50-50 shot because maybe not 50-50, but it's 8-6 in a 12-team league. 6 make the playoffs. 8-6 makes you the playoffs. Most leagues, right? I'd say 90%.
Right. Mm-hmm. I mean, dude, our XFL league is always like so heavy in the middle at the end of the season. You know what I mean? Like it's always like 1-2 games that if you just go, the right luck is on your side, you can get in, and the right luck is not on your side, and you're gone. So,
yeah. All right, we're gonna get to comments here. Ray only has about an hour, but Ray, when you were gone on Friday, I had Mikey on here, and I wasn't planning on doing a really long one. He did like an hour and 20 minutes, and it was like already almost midnight, it was almost like midnight. And I was just going to do the 2 hours, right? So I can get the shorts. Because if I go longer than 2, I don't get the shorts. And I'm like, you can just go. I'll finish off. Dude, 4 hours and 5 minutes. It was wild, bro. J-Bob and Mark and a couple others. They were here the whole 4 hours. And I was like, dude, you just watched Titanic and then like deleted scenes of Titanic.
Right. That's awesome.
It was awesome. Okay. I got a custom intro I made for this one. We're going to hit you with the intro. We'll get to all your questions in 20 seconds, maybe 30 seconds. I don't know. Apparently, people are saying I was late today. I said 11. It was 11. It was 11 o'clock and 30 seconds. I was 30 seconds late. Here we go. Intro, then questions. Love you. On the Discord, we were talking about how we were talking about Dylan Gabriel, how small he is and how bad he is, and they were like calling him a garden gnome like Kyler. I was like, we gotta get a better name. And someone's like, he's Wario. I said the picture, and it's me at Wario. Like, dude, he's so bad. And I saw Fannin had a good game, 6 catches, and Njoku had 5 for 50. I saw James Thrash and Isaiah Bond I think Thrash had like 1 catch. Isaiah Bond had 0 catches, and Jerry Jeudy had 0 catches. So like he legitimately cannot throw to a wide receiver. And like not that they have a world-beating room over there, but they're NFL receivers. And you're in a game script, you're losing. All you can do is dump off to running backs and tight ends.
Dude, he sucks. I mean, when is Shedeur Sanders coming in? It's got to be sooner than later at this point.
And I'm not a Shedeur fan, but I feel like
he
should have gone in the third round. Like he should have gone in the third round. Gabriel should have been a 5th round pick. They got him. They flip-flopped him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like, why did they even take Gabriel? Like, just don't take a quarterback if you're going to do that. Like, you had Joe Flacco. This dude is a 25-year-old rookie that's 5'7". Like, he's a clipboard holder. He's literally he's
the smart version of the.
Like, I would say he's going to be in the Progressive commercials as like the backup, but he's not good enough to be a backup. I mean, but I don't even think he's going to stay in the league, bro.
He reminds me of who was that tall, redheaded quarterback that the Cowboys drafted that was old.
Shit.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he was like 27, dude. Yeah, he played baseball. Chris Wenke.
Yeah. No, it wasn't.
Chris Wenke was the Panthers. Chris Wenke was the Panthers. I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
I'm just saying that,
he's like 27.
I know the height. I'm just not the height's different, but just the dumpiness and the age.
Yeah. Dylan Gabriel, what are you doing with that pick? Ugh.
Yeah, it's bad.
Quinshon Judkins also with a shoulder injury. It appears to be an AC joint sprain. So they have a bye next week, which is nice.
Yeah, those can be tricky, but with the bye next week, he could probably, could have a chance to come back.
But also, I think Quinshon Judkins has showed us who he is, Ray. And like, if they want to be smart, maybe hold him out because honestly, like, they have a franchise running back. It appears to me. And like, what do you don't want to win games this year, Cleveland? Like, you're done. You're done. You need a quarterback, clearly.
Yeah. How about Myles Garrett today? 17.5 fantasy points for me.
Unbelievable, man. 5 sacks. That's the best game I've ever seen in a blowout. Like, how do you have 5 sacks when the game script doesn't even have the other team passing? That's how good Myles Garrett is. That was actually, I wanted to get on that before we get to questions. One of my big things was just like, I always say Myles Garrett's so much better than TJ Watt just because Myles Garrett's an actual defensive lineman. And like, we are watching, how Joe Thomas spent his whole career in Cleveland and just like, he's a hero, an unsung hero. People know him because he was the Iron Man and all that shit. But like, you're wasting away there. And Myles Garrett is like, imagine him. Like, look what's going on with Micah Parsons now. And like, even at least Dallas was like, they were competitive and some playoff games and shit. Like, you're literally in Cleveland. You're playing noon games and you're losing by 27 points every game. And like, his numbers aren't as good as they should be. And it's just like, we know him. A lot of people know him as the guy that like took his helmet off and hit a guy. Like literally like the Happy Gilmore thing where he's like, I'm the only person to ever take my skate off and try to stab someone. Like, I want Myles Garrett. Like, get Myles Garrett to the Steelers. Get him to like the Chiefs or, maybe not the Chiefs, but like the Bills. How about the Bills? Can we get Myles Garrett to the Bills? Can we sign a petition to the NFL?
Chris Olave and Myles Garrett to the Bills.
Ooh. Blake says, I see the Big Ben thing now that you say it. God damn it. I shouldn't have said that. Daily Grind says you favor Big Ben. Max, what's up, Rob? Ray, how cooked am I? My opponent has Rice Kelsey. He needs 26 points. Full PPR, you're cooked. I'd say you're cooked. But half PPR, there's a chance because maybe Pacheco gets a couple touchdowns. Maybe Mahomes runs one in. Maybe Kelsey, has a date with Taylor Swift the night before. Who knows?
Right.
I shouldn't have said that. RJ Harvey. Yeah, RJ Harvey, dude. So he came out. Actually, Travion Henderson got some more run in this game than he had been prior. But RJ Harvey, he still wasn't playing a lot of snaps, but it was more to a 50-50 split. And I did not see, I don't know who the active running back was, which is a good sign. It was either, I don't know if it was Bidet or McLaughlin. I'm guessing it was McLaughlin. I didn't see him in the game at all. So that's all we wanted. We were just that the 12 or 14% of the snaps doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're splitting up 3 ways, that's essentially all going off RJ Harvey's plate. So instead of playing 24%, he's playing 37% of the snaps. And that's enough. Like, that's not enough for like a trustable starting option, but he's got the juice clearly, and he looks pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, in balls deep, I left him on my bench. I mean, luckily I don't need him, I don't think, but because I have J.K. Dobbins, so might be with the bye weeks and stuff, and just even going forward, I'm going to have to decide who I'm going to be starting. I mean, we're starting Dobbins until he doesn't start, but Harvey is becoming a fantasy option for a flex spot as soon as we.
And, he's a playable guy in bye weeks and flex, but like what the nice thing is, we've seen it now. So now we do know, like there was a question before, similar with Henderson, if Dobbins got hurt, if Stevenson gets hurt, would he actually be the guy? I think this kind of cements RJ Harvey would be a league winner if Dobbins gets hurt. You know, where before it was like, would it be a 60-40 split? Would they sign Estime again? Would they play McLaughlin more? Now it's just like it's RJ Harvey 70% of the time in that offense with his skill set in terms of a 3-down back and a pass catcher and the juice, dude.
Right.
And the Broncos, that defense, they look good. Mark, I dropped a whopping 156 points with QJ dropping a 0. 156 with QJ with a goose egg. We said that again. We were saying, last week Mike brought up that he was beating me after Jamar Chase in XFL like 29 or 32-0, and I whooped him by like 30 points. So you never know. You never know,
man. Fantasy's crazy.
James Bonds. Sup, pimps.
Sup,
CK, Rob, you told me to play Bucks defense, difference maker this week with 24 points. Yeah, he was between the Bucks and the Bears defense. And when Lamar got ruled out, once Lamar got ruled out, it was like
even so, man. The Bears, they were down their starting 3 quarters. It's what unfavorable the Bears. You know, who's being a Bears fan. It was pretty rough today, but real quick, Rob, your league in balls deep: Boswell, Bucks defense, and Myles Garrett. That's a hell of a special teams performance.
That is. I don't want to talk about kickers and defenses, mostly kickers, because usually I'm really good at streaming kickers.
Oh, yeah.
I have made so last week, I literally had Boswell and Fairbairn in every league, and then I dropped them for Parker Romo and Bums and McPherson, who had like 8 points. But, dude, Boswell and Fairbairn both had like 18, 19, and 16. It's happened 3 times to me this year where the guy I dropped that I have everywhere gets me like 4 or 6. And I drop him because I feel like the matchup's tough. Who the fuck knows what a tough kicking matchup is? Apparently, I think I do, but I don't. And then I just get butt fucked, bro. Fucking stupid. Jason says, my chance to repeat looking like the Chiefs last year, 3-5. Golden fucking blows. Matthew Golden, dude.
Yeah, what the hell?
This is it for him, right? Is it a drop now? Is it a drop? Because Malik Heath.
Oh,
I saw Malik Heath much more in this game. And I'll say this: DraftKings had Malik Heath at 2.5 or like 3.5 receiving yards over under. And I saw that. I was like, what is that? Like receiving yards? And, because Wicks is out. But now you have, Watson ramping up and playing well, looking good. And then you have Jaden Reed coming back. And it's Tucker Kraft's team, as we all know. So is Matthew Golden droppable right now?
I mean, at this point, I would say so because, Love has his number 1 option in Tucker Kraft right now. He distributes. I mean, he likes Romeo Dobbs. He has good games. Here to there. Here and there. But in general, like their receivers are all a lot alike. And Matthew Golden, it's a 1st-round pick, and he's clearly not really showing much on a good team. I understand it's early, but for fantasy purposes, yeah, I'd say you could drop him especially if there's somebody worthwhile that is on the waiver wires.
It's rough, man, because it's like you expect a late rookie bump, and it's the opposite. He's going the opposite direction. He doesn't look great.
Would you drop him for like Jaden Higgins?
That was actually where I was going. Or Jalen Noel, maybe more so, because when Nico comes back, he's playing the same position as Nico. Like Higgins, Noel's kind of just playing the Christian Kirk role.
Gotcha.
He looked good. I mean, that's just hard over there. But like, I don't know if I'd go that far, Ray. I don't know if I'd go that far. But Jerry Jeudy, would you drop him for Jerry Jeudy? It's a joke. Joke. Jerry Jeudy needs to be dropped in all leagues. J Bob, go Birds. Big Ray must stop the disrespect. You said they were top 3 though.
Yeah.
That's fair, I mean, right?
Yeah, I mean, they're a very good team. So
I'm I'm not a hater on the Eagles. Like honestly, like if anything, I'm just more like hesitant on the Jalen Hurts love. But like the Eagles as a franchise and their infrastructure and their team, like I respect what they do. The tush push is a joke, but you know what? Stop it or do it yourself or outlaw it. And they don't do no one does any of the 3 things. So I love, it's like the same thing as like Dennis Rodman, right? You hate Dennis Rodman when he's not on your team. The second you get Dennis Rodman, he's your favorite fucking player. Oh, yeah. So like if the Bears had the tush push, dude, we would be tush push bros with our shirts off, banging chests. Like, dude, it would be the best thing in the world. We'd be in the front yard tush pushing, Ray. We would just be tush pushing against like little kids walking home from school. Like they'd be walking home from school. We're just tush pushing. Like, and the cops come. We're like, dude, no, dude, we're good. We're Bears fans. Okay, like, we're just training these kids to be, to be on the Bears. Oh, it's cool because you know how Eagles fans are, right? They're all about the Eagles. So the cops wouldn't arrest you unless it was a woman cop.
So you think?
I think I might have offended a lot of people there, but I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit, really. Anyways, J-Bob says Big Ray. I think I'm lost in the chat here. I am lost. Here we go. I started Flacco. Thank fuck for RJ Harvey. Oh no, he said he started Falcons D. Falcons D, the number one defense in terms of every consensus rankings you saw, right? At home against the Dolphins.
Right.
1 point in the leagues I played in. 1 point. What is that?
That's rough, dude.
Tua. Jesus. So Mike McDaniel. Do you think Mike McDaniel could survive the season, Ray?
No, I mean, unless they turn it around and go up from here, but
how bad was Kirk Cousins too? Like, we all said it was the Achilles last year, and then he had that shoulder injury week 8, and it was really bad after that. He said he's fully healthy, and like, I get Drake London was out, but like, you still had Mooney, you still had Pitts, and you had a piss poor defense on the other end.
Right. Yeah. No. I mean.
Cruz says the Falcons up and down makes me think Vegas dipping their toe in the outcomes to protect money. That's only in the NBA, bro.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I don't think you could even like rig that performance because
right.
They would have to have money with the Dolphins because what the hell were the Dolphins look like a professional team out there. That was not a minor league team, right?
No, they look good.
Okay. This is Hurts must be top 3 now. Hey, if it continues like this, I will call him top 3. If he gets to the NFC Championship game and he's not the reason they lose, he's top 3. You agree with that? Yeah. And I owe them one of these because I started the goal late. It was 5 supers, and J-Bob did it right before. So I'm a man of my word. I honor my my things. Anyway, Darnell Mooney almost fucked this week. Yeah, 1 catch. Let's see. James Bond, need running back depth. Algiers my RB3. Who should I target on waivers out of Carter, Tootin, Corum, Bigsby, Monungai, or Ali Gordon? That's a bunch of backups. Now Bigsby has a bye this week, so that's not really going to help you. But Saquon's banged up. I think he's fine. Corum has the most upside. Corum, Tootin are the most upside. Would you rather have Monungai? What do you got, Ray, out of those guys? Or Ali Gordon? Give me your ranking.
I would probably go Corum, Tootin, Monungai, Gordon. And then I'd probably put, like, just in case, Bigsby over Gordon, just because if Saquon gets more banged up, he had a really good game today, over 100 yards. So, hey, but Blake Corum got 12 carries last week. So
that's true. J-Bob's going to bed. He's leaving me, so he says, "I'm gonna do another one just for him because J-Bob is like literally like 30% of the funding on this channel." So love you, J-Bob. You're the shit.
Thanks, brother.
J-Bob has literally earned the right to be a professional fanatic in the Patreon without paying for it. So he's coming on the show this week, hopefully. J-Bob, again, message me in the Discord what day you want to come on. We're going to get that going. Hopefully you can get on with Jason or something. We'll figure it out. Or Chaz. Have a little 4-way. I don't give a shit. Something like that. But again, J-Bob, I do appreciate you.
Scott, I'm with you.
I like talking about the Eagles. So where are we at? We have someone says Gordon. That's a really tough one. I think it depends what you need. I think the highest upside is Tootin or Corum. Monungai is probably more playable though, right?
Right.
Ooh, good call from Jason. Bucks defense should have put up 35 plus points and got 2 touchdowns.
I know.
What was that
Jason,
one?
That pissed me off, dude. What the hell? That made no sense. Like that whole again, it's just the NFL. Like I don't understand with these refs, man.
I just hate how like certain calls can't be reviewed. Like forward progress can't be reviewed. Like just make everything reviewable. That's the simplest answer. Like everything should be reviewable because when it's obvious to you and me drinking beers on the couch, watching Red Zone with a glance, and you got people in New York and referees that are paid money, like, dude, let's just get it right, right? Let's just get it right. That's all I ask because there's a lot of money on this shit. And the team is, there's only 17 games in the season. You can't afford to lose games because of this shit.
Well, 100%. And on top of that, those assisted calls that they're doing, those are quick turnarounds and stuff. So I'm with you. It shouldn't be this difficult to figure out.
Hey, at least we're not baseball because baseball forever has had an umpire having 240 judgment calls a game behind home plate. When they had the technology to just call ball or strike, like good tennis, the ball is going 140 miles an hour in tennis. And they can literally find out like within a cunt hair,
Right.
Like, I shouldn't say that. A ball hair. How about a ball hair? Hetzer says Michael Carter against Dallas. That tempting? No, I don't want anything to do with the Cardinals. Do you?
No, I don't want anything to do with the Cardinals. Though, it's Trey McBride.
This is a good one here from Mark. I'm curious your opinion here. Keon Coleman, is he a drop right now? He had 3 catches for 30 yards, but 2 of them came in the fourth quarter. That's like his 5th straight game under 50 yards, all like 30 yards. I want to drop him for one of the Texans guys. Thoughts? I don't think I'm going to go that far because I want a piece of the Bills offense over the Texans offense is how I'm going to phrase it. Do you agree with that? Like, where is your line on Keon Coleman? Like, what is he? I mean, obviously, like, he's a bench stash.
I guess, dude, I don't really know. I think they're going to try to add a receiver at the trade deadline. And with Keon Coleman, I drafted him in my high school league that with it's only 10 teams, but I drafted him because I drafted Josh Allen in hoping that Keon Coleman would take that next step and not have the connection. But he had that one. He had what was that game 1, week 1 that he was really good, 20+ points.
It was 30 points, but it was 24 of them was in the fourth quarter when they're down by 2 touchdowns. So he was on pace for his normal 3 for 30, and then he went off. I'm not taking away from him, but it was a little flukier than what it would be when JSN does it, for instance.
Right, and the thing is that the way that Josh Allen plays quarterback is not like look what's happening with the with the Bengals right now. Joe Flacco is just peppering his number 1 right now. And I'm loving it because I have 2 hard chasing 2 out of my 4 leagues. Because T. Higgins is getting like 4 or 5 targets, and Jamar today was like 19 again. He was 28 last week. So, but compare it to somebody like Josh Allen, even Mahomes to sometimes he does as well. Just have so many people to spread it to that it's hard to really trust somebody who also drops the ball all the time. He's hard for Josh Allen to probably trust. So. If there's somebody, I don't know about the Texans guys, because I'm with him. I would probably want to keep him just as, on the Bills. But if there's somebody who's more productive out there, I would go get him.
We got a little argument here in the bottom of the chat. We'll get to that in a little bit, boys. We have a quarterback argument between it's Titan Style, CK, and Scott. So if you guys want to stick around, we will get to that in a minute. Well, probably a little longer than a minute, but yeah, we'll get to it because I want to get our chime in because you're not a football expert. I'm a football expert. I'm a fucking football expert. No, actually, I just play a lot of leagues and I kind of know my shit. I am crushing my bets, Ray. In NBA, just so you know, let me do a quick shout out here. We are 34 and 18, 35 and 18 now on the year in NFL, Ray. 35 and 18 on beating the odds. We are 9-1 in the NBA, gentlemen. If you want these picks, I do release them on videos, normal YouTube videos a couple hours before the games. But you're not going to get the proper odds. You got to get the Discord if you want to get them as I place them 3 days in advance for football, the night before in basketball. So if you want this, also subscribe to the channel. What are you doing? 7 nights a week. Guests like Big Ray, Story, the Chaz, Mark on here last night. Super fan Mark. Got to shout out the Patreon real quick. We got Scott, CK, Logan, Mouth, John, Braden, Wally, Cruz, new addition. Cruz, love you, dude. You've been awesome in the Discord. Mark, Jason, and Mike Campbell as Fanatics. We just saw Mark on the show last night. If you want to come on the show as a guest, a lot of different perks there. If you want to come on the show, you want free merchandise, you want to play in fantasy leagues with me and Ray with 1 free entry per league given away, paid for by me. You want to get in the Discord. You want access to these bets. They're free bets. It costs you $5 a month to get the bets, the early access to the bets, and you get the Discord community. There is 50 of us in there, Ray. How awesome is the Discord, Raymond?
It's active all day, man.
And I was just talking about, I'm not going to go into our group chat from our league, how toxic it gets because of a couple individuals every year, right? And here's the difference. We're all friends. We've known each other since fucking grade school, some of us, right?
Right.
Outside of me, I feel like you guys know me because I'm on here fucking, 20 hours a week live streaming. And Ray, right? But none of you guys in the chat outside of texting each other essentially know each other. You're from different countries, you're different ages, you're different ethnicities. We don't give a fuck about that. I'm all about positivity and uniting. And I like fucking ripping on people, dude. I'll rip on anything and myself, but all in good fun. And I have not seen one argument in the Discord, right? You'd think that all these different personalities, you have Eagles fans and Bucks fans. It's there's some arguments, Giants fans, but it's all peaceful arguments. And I just want to shout out everyone in the Discord for kind of that's my goal call it a utopian society of fantasy football, if you will. Something like that, where it's all positivity, man. And like, I just love it. And I appreciate every one of you that are in there, because like, regardless of if this makes it or not, like, I feel like this is going to be a thing no matter what. At least the Discord will live on forever. And I can say I started that. So that's my thing.
If you guys aren't in there, get in there. It's good stuff.
You got to do it, baby. Let's see here. Good comment here. From Hetzer. What's going on, Hetzer? Honestly, you start whoever the fuck's going against the Cowboys every week. Their defense is atrocious. How bad is it? I just sang there.
Yeah, shout out.
There it is, man. What's going on, Titan style? Let's see. Fuck, we're gonna have to talk to. Oh, this is a good one. Mark says, because the Quinshon Judkins injury, he says, "Fuck, are we gonna have to talk to Samson?" You know,
Samson.
I want to talk to Samson. Climbing to the moon like that bitch Alice Cram.
There ain't nothing better than that clip.
No, I think we're gonna have to though.
Yeah, man, and he's a scat back, unfortunately.
Right.
Let's see. Astro, week by week, May is looking better than Jaden Daniels. Yeah, man, and you know what? Caleb's had some rough weeks, but I still have faith in Caleb, baby. I still have faith in Caleb. I don't care about a couple bad games. Caleb's raw. He's raw, right?
He is raw. He is, man. Like, and honestly, this is one thing I'm going to try to talk to all of our Bears friends about. That's just not. They're never going to want to talk about this, but it's like, at this point, in our group chats, our friends like, oh, they're done. He's done. He sucks. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, okay, so you guys just want to get rid of him, and then he's going to go to another team and kill it, like of all these other quarterbacks that we see across the NFL right now that are doing awesome, that we're high-end picks, and we're just just giving up on, and turn out to be good players, because it's the hardest position in sports to learn. And when in college, they don't teach you how to play quarterback, really. They just tell you to play and in order of where to go. It's not, you know what I mean? So this is really, and then obviously last year with Eberflus and that whole dumpster fire, the Bears, it's a work in progress right now. And I see a lot of positive things. Today was pretty fucking rough, to be honest, but excuse my language.
Yeah. Better days ahead. Better days ahead, Raymond. Better days ahead.
Yeah. But Drake May's looking awesome, though. Man. He's looking awesome.
Oh, he looks like Josh Allen. He's actually ahead of where Josh Allen was at this stage of his career. Mr. Free Throw, the Patreon. That's how you get in the Discord. You can also get other stuff. You want to come in the show? I just went through it, all that stuff. It's in the description or on the YouTube channel under the links. Get in the Discord, baby. We have 50 people in there. Just everyone helping each other out. This show goes on 24 hours a day. That's the easiest way I can put it. And you get some dick pics from me. So, because Discord allows that. So thank you, Discord, for allowing me to show my average size penis. So Titan style, thoughts on giving up Ladd and Hunter for George Pickens and Swift. So, man, I think I want. So Ladd and George Pickens, let's call it full PPR. That's pretty close for me. Like, I might want George Pickens with that defense. And then Swift and Hunter, dude, I might want George Pickens and Swift. Is that crazy? Because I don't know what Hunter is. I don't know what Hunter is. One good half when they were down by 35 points.
I'm honestly probably doing that. I like George Pickens right now,
truth, man.
And Swift is as long as he doesn't get hurt, he is the guy right now. So, and then
I'll say this, Titan.
And you have Dak. I mean, he said he has Dak as well. So you get that double down. So that's a bump up in that trade. And on top of that, man, like you said, I got Hunter in one league and I drafted him like not super high, but hoping I could use him as a flex player. And it's been rough until last week. And of course, the last week was the first time I didn't play him all year, and then he had his best fucking game on my bench. So.
I'll say this, Titan. If it's full PPR, I'm less likely to do it because Pickens, he had 7 catches today, but because you have the running back as well. If it's half PPR with Pickens and Swift, easy smash, dude. Pickens is he has the second most receiving touchdowns in the league right now. Turgay is Kamara a bum right now, man. He got banged up. They're not giving him the ball at all. I don't know what they're doing. They're dropping back 50 times a game with Tyler Shuck made an appearance. I think it's a buy. Is it a buy low on Kamara for you? Real quick, buy low.
Yeah, if you're in need of running back depth, because I think he's going to get traded. So it could be a sneaky good buy low, prospect for the.
And even if he doesn't, I feel like it's still Alvin Kamara. Hetzer says 5 sacks is wild for one fucking dude. Yeah, how does Myles Garrett have 5 sacks and you have a guy like Lance Armstrong having a half a sack? Like, can he give a half sack to Lance Armstrong?
No, I don't think so.
That was a
Apparently not.
dad joke. That was a
Right.
dad joke. Frankenstein, would you rather have Christian Watson over DJ Moore and Jacoby Myers? Because I think Caleb Williams he does hate DJ Moore. I would much rather have DJ Moore. He's fine. Luther Burden got hurt in this game as well. Like,
Yeah,
you still want
sticking
DJ
with
Moore, right?
Yeah, I'm sticking with DJ Moore.
Yeah, what's going on with TJ Watt? He has penalties on him today. Does not look like the same player. And the thing is, he was never, the Myles Garrett or Micah Parsons in terms of pressures and sacks. It was those giant game-changing plays where it's a strip sack, fumble return, touchdown, interceptions. You know what I'm saying? He makes those like game-altering plays opposed to just a sack on 3rd and 7. And
Right.
you're not getting any of it. And he is 31 years old, something like that. And they paid him a bag. He's the highest paid, second highest paid, maybe because Micah signed his contract. But that's bad. It's bad. And I like TJ Watt, man. Like, it looked like he was better than JJ Watt, but apparently not, because JJ Watt was an interior lineman that had like 12 sacks a game.
Correct. Yeah, no. I don't know what's going on with that defense, but he definitely is not looking so good.
Yeah, 100%. DB ball out. What's going on, bro? Scott says Saquon injury wasn't that bad, and they have a bye week 9. We're not worried about that.
Right.
Tyson, I hate how teams wait till last minute for injury report. Breece Hall killed it and was on a few of my benches. Well, we all knew Breece Hall was going to play. We didn't know how effective he'd be and how many plays he'd play. And actually, he ceded a lot of work to Isaiah Davis in this game. But I can't believe that Justin Fields bet my Justin Fields yards went under. Like, I was quoting 7. When it was like, I was like, dude, the Justin Fields going under 35 yards rushing in this game is going to be pondered on and studied for years. The Kevin Spacey quote. Like,
yeah, right.
Justin Fields had no receivers in this game. He puts up 240 yards passing. It looks like fucking Peyton Manning back there. And like, they're not running. And they won the game, actually. So I guess I can't rip on the game plan. But just, dude, the Jets it's so weird. But Justin Fields, I do believe, bought himself a couple more weeks of that performance.
I mean, might as well at this point. You got the win. See what happens. Hopefully, get Garrett Wilson back because I need him.
Titan style scored 150 with Kamara, Tez, and Dak. 3 bums. He still scored 150. Must be a PPR. I hate meta, bro. My team on paper isn't like mind blowing, but I've scored 200 plus in 3 consecutive weeks. You must be streaming your onesies and your bye weeks and your kicker and defense, which is a key part of your team, where I'm not streaming them. Luckily, I have Tucker Kraft everywhere, who just doesn't matter if I have a good kicker because he scores me 30 a week, baby. Well, I guess he scored me 30 this week, but Turgay, I lost Scat today. Do I pick up Spears, Harvey, or Vidal to stash? Well, if you need a playable guy, it's Vidal, because you get 3 weeks of an RB2, like RB1, 2 borderline at the appears with Vidal. Harvey and Spears is fine. Spears still in a timeshare. I would say Vidal if you need somebody, Harvey for a stash, and Spears 3rd. You agree?
Yep.
We have Nico Collins in week 9 looks fucking rough. Broncos defense is good. Yeah, but I will say Patrick Surtain got injured twice in this game. He did not finish the game. So you got Patrick Surtain beat up. He might not be ready for week 9.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
Devonta Smith is still a sell high category. Yeah, I would sell high on Devonta Smith. AJ Brown's coming back. That was precautionary. He wanted to read some books. That's what we know. Thank you, Scott. Let's get some more likes, boys. We got 19 likes, 36 people in here. Only 1 sub since the video started. Gentlemen, 7 shows a week. Guests like Big Ray, 5 other guests. Look at this chat. This is the place to be. Gambling, fantasy sports, funny moments, non-PC. Hit the like button. Fucking subscribe. I sound like a typical YouTuber, but like whatever. And J-Bob does know ball. Damn straight he does. He's not even in here anymore, but I'm still like, sucking him off a little bit. Honestly, I blame Kirk Cousins more than Mooney. Kirk Cousins is the reason why. Ryan, let's go ahead. Franklin and Kraft this week. Yeah, I started Franklin and XFL, dude. Because I lost neighbors. Mahomes still over Hurts, Stafford, and Lamar when healthy. Okay, this is what we're talking about here. So Scott says Mahomes still over Hurts, Stafford, and Lamar when healthy. Titan says, Scott, please learn ball. CK says Tracy Jr. rest of the season. Let's go to this real quick. Where are you? Because, now you have Devin Singletary. I don't call him Singletary. Devin Singletary. Doesn't get much. Derek Richardson. Derek Richardson, I believe that is ping pong or not ping pong. I chugged 2 beers. $10 Patreon member that deserves a Chug-a-lugger. That's what I do also. But I'll get to that in a second. Appreciate you in the Patreon. I'll get you in the Discord. And you're eligible for a lot of stuff, man. So I will email you after the show. Tracy Jr., rest of the season. What do you got, Big Ray? PPR, top 15 back?
I mean, they're going to be down a lot of games. So, and I can see solid RB2, like 20 to 15.
Yeah. So like mid RB2.
Right.
Because, he obviously was good enough to overtake Scatabo. I know Scatabo had the hammy in preseason. By the way, it's Mr. Free Throw, and I said ping pong. It's not far off, bro.
No.
It's not far off. Thank you for joining the Patreon, man. You're not going to do the Discord is going to blow your mind. It's fucking hilarious. It's great. We got to get back to this quarterback debate from Titan Style. As of right now, I'm okay with Mahomes over Hurts, but not over Lamar and Allen. I mean, okay, I was on record saying I think Allen last year was the best quarterback in the NFL, and coming into this year, I felt like he's the best talent. But like Lamar, I can't say the same about because he has literally squandered playoff games. Josh Allen's been beaten, and his team, his defense has let him down. Lamar's played bad in the playoffs. Josh Allen's played flawless, and Josh Allen's indestructible, dude. He's like who's the dog? Who's the dog in It's Always Sunny? Max dog. Poppins.
Yeah.
This dog is indestructible, dude.
I thought that dog died like 10 years ago. Now he's still
like, dude, his eye is out. He's like, oh, just pop it in with your knuckle. I'll show you. Dennis like, I'm never gonna do that. Mahomes over Lamar, and right now, currently, Mahomes is back to 2021 Mahomes with actually having players in O-line. So it's over Allen. It's close. I would still maybe take Allen to start if I had to start a terrible franchise, like an expansion team, like the Raiders. Maybe Josh Allen because he can elevate the team because it's scrambling and his, just his moxie. But with currently constructed, it's Patrick Mahomes. Brother, I know no football expert. I know I'm no football expert, but those three are surely better. I mean, Mahomes, Lamar, and Allen are probably better than Hurts. That's the only line. That's it. If you want to go that far, but Lamar has missed some time, and Jalen Hurts is indestructible too. He's indestructible. And he's indestructible. Like the fact that Jalen Hurts doesn't miss games, plowing into the line of 1,000 pounds on that dude, like that's and Josh Allen does the same thing, right? But like they literally do it more in Philly.
Mm-hmm.
We got J Bob in here again. He just pops in. Chug-a-lugger. More than a chug-a-lugger. Also, thoughts on Mouth legitimately claiming the Giants are worse than the Browns. The Giants aren't worse than the Browns. Like this season and future. No, they have a future. The Browns have no future because their best player, Myles Garrett, is going to get the fuck out of town. And he's also kind of getting to dinosaur stage. Here you go. This is for J-Bob. Let's Scott says Stafford. Stafford is playing at an MVP level right now, but I'm not taking him over. I'm not taking him over Josh Allen, if that makes any sense.
No, what
about Jalen Hurts? I just don't know. Matt Stafford's playmaking. It's better than Aaron Rodgers. It's better than the late stage like statues, but still, he's more of a system quarterback. He's closer to Jared Goff than he is Jalen Hurts in playmaking.
Correct.
So that's where it gets tricky, right?
Right. For sure.
Okay, I gotta find where I'm at in the chat. Cry Dog in here. God damn it. I was against getting into the Discord, but I'm gonna have to see what's up with all you dildos. That's Cry Dog, one of my good buddies. That's my buddy. I just thought of the Hangover thing when they get the suits delivered in the highway. They're like, who is that guy?
Yeah.
And Alan's just like Zalgan. That's my buddy.
That's my buddy.
Cry Dog. Yeah, I'll invite you, Cry Dog. Since you're a childhood friend, and that doesn't mean sexually. I don't know why I said that, but you're in. Drop Golden and Henderson. Not Henderson. Henderson had some promise here. Golden's probably I would say a drop, depending on who you got. Super chat was so damn fun during the Steelers game. Fun times, dude. If you're a sports bro, you got to join. Super chat autocorrect. I don't really know what that means. Fun during the Steelers game. Let's see. Down 22. I got Bill Crosby. I got JCM and McLaurin or Worthy. He has Chiefs D. Am I cooked? Well, let's just figure out who you're starting first. So you're starting JCM, and then it's McLaurin or Worthy. You only need 22. So if this is Briss, if this is full PPR, I like your chances. Now let's just talk McLaurin or Worthy. I feel like McLaurin's probably safer, but Worthy has the upside.
Yeah, and he has Chiefs D. So I mean, Chiefs D, they've been pretty consistent fantasy wise, at least in the leagues I've been. So he's probably gonna get whatever your bare minimum of like a decent week, 10 points is a possibility for the Chiefs. So I would probably go to JCM and God. It's
You
just
want to
hard
switch
with
up the
right.
teams to go JCM and Worthy, so you don't have two
Right.
fucking Washington players.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, let's go JCM and Worthy, man.
Plus, with how well Mahomes is playing right now, Jane Daniels is looking a little shaky. I mean, I know he got hurt and whatnot, but nonetheless, Mahomes is playing back, like you said, like 2021 level right now.
Scott says, I personally like May over Caleb, and he needs to prove more to get past Jalen. Well, we definitely know we want May over Caleb. I was just saying, I wasn't saying like Caleb over Jaden, but like Jaden, this was my concern coming out, is he's a stick figure, and he's not. I'm not saying he's RG3, but he does tend to get down and not take big hits, but he does get those soft tissue injuries, and Caleb's a pretty durable dude. He does get down, and he's more of a pocket passer. So, yes, right. Jaden had, the accolades his rookie year, the eye test, getting to the NFC Championship with Washington, a last-place team, but the year before. I love all of it. But it's also, I'm not saying it's what have you done for me lately? I'm not trying to go there, Ray. I'm just saying, was Jaden Daniels a bit of a mirage last year? I think yes. And even if it wasn't, he is on a bad franchise. They made bad decisions. Not signing McLaurin, bad decision. I'm sorry, trading Brian Robinson for a 6th-round pick or whatever, bad decision. Relying on a 7th-round rookie, bad decision. Just bad decisions. And I don't know. I like Jaden Daniels, but it looks like a lost year for fantasy, and at the very least, a lost year for the Redskins. I'm going to call them the Redskins, right?
Yeah. Right.
Blake says, by the way, shout out to Brick Flair Blake. My media manager, dude, he is making all these thumbnails. He's the man. He's going to be my Jamie. When this hits in a year or two, I have to fly his ass out here, move him to Illinois. He'll be on every show. He's going to be my Jamie, dude. It's going to be fucking legit. Guy's a G. He said it 100 times, but this community really is the best. Like you said, we have a healthy arguments, debates. It's never personal. We just keep moving, and we'll joke around 5 seconds later, all positive. Damn straight, bro. That's how I end every show, man. That's what I want. And, I'm not always that dude, but I try to be that dude as much as I can, right? Watson over Golden. This is a good one. Watson over Golden. Are we just going to go one game and just say it? Because I might. Because Watson looked good, and he has that specific role in the offense. And Matthew Golden looks like a gadget player to me.
Yeah, I'm going Watson over Golden.
That's just so crazy. Just thinking about it, Matthew Golden at the end of draft season. Remember how at least for me, 25 drafts. I saw for that 3-week stretch, I saw the arc of some of these guys, Travion Henderson, Tyler Warren, and specifically Matthew Golden went from a 10th round pick to my last draft. I saw him go in the 6th round. The 6th round, Ray, in a PPR 12 team. 6th round. It was every week he was going around earlier. And I have 3 shares in the 8th round. Didn't feel great about it, but that's a starter. A 6th round in a 12-team league is a starter.
I might have taken him in the 10th round.
It was just because Jaden Reed. It was because the news of Jaden Reed's foot injury to Liz Frank, it was and he ended up playing, but it seemed like he was going to be out, and it was Dontavian Wicks. Who else is there? No one realized Tucker Kraft's a fucking god. Mark, what's going on, Mark? Again, shout out Mark for being on the show last night. He killed it. What a nice man. He's Canadian, and like I said, I've had all good experience with you Canadians. I'm sure there's some dicks out there in Canada, but you're definitely not one of them, and I've never met one. So. Yeah, love you up there in Canada. Harvey not playable after tonight, right? I want to replace Coleman. Is he talking about RJ Harvey? Or
yeah, that's the only Harvey I can think of. And
he's playable after today. Maybe he meant playable. Yeah, you're keeping RJ Harvey. Brick says Justin Fields walking around with his hog out in front of Woody Johnson. Yeah. Damn straight, man. I love that. You know what? Whatever you want to say about Justin Fields, the dude's a class act, and he's always just taking the high road. And he's not been in the best situations. I'm not defending the dude. He's just never been put in any. The opposite of Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is put in the perfect situation. He's been put in the worst situations. Now, who knows what would have been? He can't read a defense, inaccurate, holds the ball too long. I get all that, but yeah, maybe get a coach to coach him. That'd be cool, because that's a really big part of the NFL. We've just seen a couple guys recently. I'm just thinking of Sam Darnold, Geno Smith, Baker Mayfield, guys have been written off, Mac Jones, that are like actually like crushing now.
Daniel Jones.
And I don't know if Daniel Jones exhibit A. Now, I don't know if he fits that mold because he's still so raw as a 26, 27-year-old. But I know he has the tools, like the arm strength, the athleticism. I know he's a good kid, and I'm going to still call him a kid because I'm 12 years older than him. He has a good head on his shoulders. Like he fucking, I know he works hard, right? And it's not like he's being lazy. He's not Kyler Murray, right? He's not Jamarcus Russell. He's not a knucklehead like that. And that's the thing that just messes with my head because I know he fucking wants this. I know he comes from a good upbringing. I just love Justin Fields, but it just hasn't worked out.
Right.
But maybe in 2 years he's an MVP. He goes, Lamar gets, Lamar's old or whatever, and he goes to the Ravens or he goes to the Vikings, and it's that. Mark is the GOAT from J-Bob. Mark's so nice, so well spoken to. He's smart. When he first came on the show, he was like, man, I don't know what I can offer. Dude is a nice compliment to me, and Ray is probably going to take your job.
Sounds good.
I'm just fucking I'm just kidding, man. He's not gonna take your job. He's actually starting his job on Tuesday, so he's not gonna be on here as much. And I'm gonna be quite sad not seeing Mark in the chat before the, like the 5 minutes before it comes. Just so you know, man, always brightens my day, dude, and you're the shit. So appreciate you, man. Isaiah Davis had the best game of the season too. I'm glad I scooped him up in case Breece Hall gets traded. You know what I have to say to the chat? I actually asked for the first time I did a start sit this morning at 10 o'clock in the morning. For the first time, I asked the chat's opinion on that question. I had full PPR. I had Tyler Algier, and I had fucking Isaiah Davis. And I had Isaiah Davis in the starting lineup in both of them, and everyone voted for Tyler Algier. So I switched it. And Algier did score a touchdown. But, because I have people come out here being like, you're a fucking asshole. You made the wrong call. So I'm nixing all you fucks. No, I get it. Do we think that they were going to lose by 30 points to the fucking Dolphins? Like, do we think that the Jets were going to put up 30 points? The Jets have these games. Week 1 against the Steelers, they just their offense is amazing. And then I think this is the problem. I think real quick, the Bengals defense is really bad. Because Henderson got out, it's bad. And just like the Steelers defense is really bad. You saw it tonight.
Cowboys defense is really bad.
Do we know when Ricky Pearsall is coming back? That is a mystery. That's like X-Files shit. We need to get Mulder and Scully on this situation because we don't know. Nobody knows. They haven't given us any information.
And Ayuk.
And these teams not placing these guys on IR. Bucky Irving wasn't placed on IR. What are you doing? Just if it's going to be 3 or 4 weeks and especially the Niners are a winning team, just he's a young guy. Put him on IR. Let him get healthy, But Kyle Shanahan doesn't give a shit about the health of his players.
No.
Here we go. David, spend all my fab on Tracy. At this point of the season, I think Tracy might be worth the wad, right? Blow the wad on him?
Especially if you need a running back. It's something if you have if he'd be like a RB3 or 4 for you, maybe not. But if you need it, if you'd be a guy that all of a sudden be, dependent, you then switch off. Say you have a one solid RB1 and then a guy that iffy 2. Then you could pick him up and make play the matchups if you want.
Hetzer says, is Scatterbo officially fucked for the season? Yeah, his ankles. It's facing south or north or whatever, and it's supposed to be facing the other way. What a badass he is, though. Start Dart or Goff rest of the season. I would just say keep them both and match it up, man. Match it up. If it's 6 for a passing touchdown, I'm just going Goff. I think.
Goff has a harder schedule for the playoffs. At least when I was looking at it, he has a pretty hard playoff schedule, but Lions are an elite team, so that's not probably matter. But the thing is with the Lions, though, if they just run the hell out of the ball, then Goff becomes nobody. So gets you 10, 15
Hetzer
points.
says, I almost picked up Tyrone Tracy, but he picked up Isaiah Davis instead. I'm going to back this up, though, because the Breece Hall trade rumors and him being questionable this week, I had done the same thing. I have Isaiah Davis in 12 leagues. I have Tyrone Tracy in 3, and he was available in some. So it was just the handcuff that has the 50% chance of just being the starter based on trade is just a whole different, stratosphere of handcuff because it changes the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's I'm trying to think of a good analogy, but I can't because I chug those beers. I had one cooking in here, but I don't like to botch them because usually I'm pretty flawless and quick with them. So I don't want to water them down. I gotta just keep on the 90% hit rate, right?
Right.
Just like my bets. 9-1 in the NBA by the way, Ray. That's 90%. We're crushing. Today, Jaylen Brown got 22 and a half. He got it in the first half. But then Miles Turner, 20.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He was stuck on 20. He got a rebound with like 16 seconds left in the game.
Wow.
Just like awesome. DK won the bet on the last drive. You know what? When it's going well, baby. Coiled, what's going on, man? The refs in the Eagles-Giants game were absolutely atrocious. I mean, they're pretty much atrocious in every game. So it's more of like a talking point when you be like, dude, Ray, did you watch that game? You see how good the refs were, bro? You see that call, man? Like that dude sprinting down there, and he like
not once ever in my whole life.
Ed Hockley. Remember Ed Hockley's like muscular calls? Like he always makes sure his biceps are showing.
Yeah, exactly, dude. The pythons were out.
You know, if I had muscles, I would just never have clothes on. You know, like if I had muscles and a giant dong, I would just literally like go live in a nudist colony. I think. Right?
Yeah.
I don't think I look bad naked. I kind of look like ET, unfortunately. Hound House. I have Sutton, Addison, Josh Downs, and Godwin and Ayuk. So drop Golden. Sutton, Addison, Josh Downs, Godwin. I mean, that's not the strongest wide receiver room in the world, but I'm starting Sutton, Addison, and Josh Downs, and then Godwin will be back with no Mike Evans the rest of the season. So yeah, I think you can drop him. But who you're dropping him for? So probably a good running back, or I'm trying to think of a wide receiver that's worth it over Golden, because like he is still a rookie, but I just don't see the path. Like, where's the path? Jordan Love had 330 yards passing, 19 straight completions today. What did Golden even have? I don't know. 2 catches, 1 catch. Did he even have a catch? Fucking trash.
I think he had 1, maybe.
He gonna do 1. Mark says Coleman or Watson. I think Watson on my wire. I want Keon Coleman over Watson still. I feel like he has a more clear path to targets, and he has Josh Allen. It's close though, but like I don't want, you're going to start Watson. He's going to give you like 2 for 30. Now apparently that's all that Coleman's giving you anyway. So
right. I mean,
Mark says J-Ba. Yeah. What did he have? Did you look at his stat line from Matthew Golden? Did you find that?
Yeah. So 3 receptions, 4 yards on 3 targets with a long of 4 yards. So that means he had 1 catch for 4 yards and then 2 catches for 0 yards.
4 yards?
3 catches, 4 yards with a long of 4 yards, meaning 1 catch for 4 yards, and his other 2 catches were for 0 yards. So, and on 3 targets. Tucker Crabb, on the other hand, 9 targets, 7 catches, 143 yards, and 2 tutties.
Yeah. Scott says Cam Ward product of the situation, or you think he's bad? I still have a lot of hope for Cam Ward because the raw talent on Cam Ward is just unreal. I don't want to get into his rushing yard prop that I lost today. I can't believe it. He got credited with a negative 3-yard fucking. Now I'm getting into it, but it hit out. It was a bad snap, and they credited him with a negative 3-yard rush. Then he had a 7-yard rush, and it was 4.5 yards. Whatever. But I watched him. He refuses to run. It's 3rd and 7, Ray, and there's nobody open, and he has an easy 12-yard scramble. 3rd and 7, and he's just throwing medicine balls.
Right.
So like that's why I made the bet. I was like, he has to watch the film, and maybe the coaches are bad there, because you got to be like, dude, you're a rookie. Take what you can get. Move the goddamn chains. And stop. He's such a gunslinger. He is like, dude, he is Brett Favre. Like, I feel like, because Brett Favre has all the CTE issues. I feel like Brett Favre is like having an out-of-body experience where he's not Brett Favre anymore, and he has just transitions, and now that could actually be real, into Cam Ward. And that dude, I do like Cam Ward's ability. Do you like his ability? And do you think he could be coached? I think that's the thing. I think he could be coached, which is the key. Some guys just don't. Like Dylan Gabriel can't be coached. There is no coaching in the world that can make Dylan Gabriel a franchise quarterback or even like a good quarterback.
Yeah,
Cam Ward could be like good, right?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's not looking the hottest right now, but that team does suck ass. So I think that it is going to take some time, because I mean, dude, I really like the way he can get out of the pocket. Like he's like when he starts breaking down, it seems like he's pretty good at getting out there and making things happen. But again, like you said, he doesn't use his legs as much as he should. So I think with better coaching, that there can be something there for him.
Mark is not out. Mark is just working a job that's going to limit the time he's on streams, because it's late and he's in Canada and he's in the Eastern time zone, right? So he'll still, Mark will still make it. I mean, Mark will take some long shits at work and still be tuning in for 20 minutes. I trust in Mark. DB, I've been saying the same thing on him being a stud. Yeah, it's Cam Ward. I don't know. It's this year's a lost year. I had some hope for him in fantasy, especially in best ball and like, quarterback 28, because I knew he wasn't going to lose his job. And I thought he had some spike games. The dude can't score more than fucking 15 points.
No.
And it doesn't help that he has like the most piss poor, like offensive line and receivers and play calling in the world. So that's why I think he needs a run. Hetzer says, I had Algier. I got lucky because the garbage time TD. I mean, it should have gone to Bijan, but I get just sitting Bijan in that situation. That's the worst game Bijan's probably going to have in his career. Would you agree, Ray?
I'm praying, dude. Needed him. I'm gonna lose the freaking Hawksprung first over for number one and losing to the last. That's
I'm in first now, baby. Scott says, you like May over Knicks, not just in fantasy, but in general. I do like May over Knicks because it's the reason I love Josh Allen more than most other quarterbacks. Like, as I had him as the number one guy going in this year, it's the physical, it's the physicality he has in his game, and he can take over the game in a lot of different ways. His arm, he's a good leader, but like he's a great deep ball passer, right? And like he is just a leader, bro, and he's a physical specimen that like is going to get the hard yards. Where like Bo Nix is a solid scrambler, but like he's not going to put his head down on 3rd and 3 in the AFC Championship game and get that first down. I'm very confident Drake May will.
Yeah, I think in general speaking, I think that May has that more Josh Allen ceiling, like you're saying. And I think that right now it sort of seems like maybe Knicks could get to like as a ceiling, more of like a Baker, a Baker ceiling of the way Baker's been playing the last few years, which is somebody you can win with. And he can win you and or win you games, but also I think needs help to be able to, be that elite quarterback per se, compared to where I think May is developing into somebody who will make everybody else around him better. So
100%. Wally says Tucker Kraft legacy game, baby. As you know, he is, God, what is the saying? I keep on forgetting it. He is my brother. He is my father. He is my lover. He is my friend. That is Tucker Kraft. I have more shares of Tucker Kraft probably than anyone in the world because also no one plays 36 leagues. If you count my wife's leagues as my leagues, no one plays that many, but 16 shares of Tucker Kraft. That's not counting best ball either. I'm at 30% in best ball of Tucker Kraft. My dick is just, it's actually so hard it fell off. It's just like on the floor. And I didn't tell you I got a new dog, Ray. The new dog ate it.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's she's cute. She's a fucking ball of energy though, so I'm a little wacky right now because I haven't slept. Best tight end in the NFL. I'm not going to go that far, Wally, but he's
ascending.
He's almost a better real life tight end than fantasy tight end, if that makes sense. Like, because he's a monster blocker. Like, dude, right. He's plays every snap. He's a team guy. You hear the interview afterwards, dude. He's just a dude, small town. Like, I love dudes like that, man. Like, he's just a real G. Like, he is George Kittle is what he is. Essentially, He is George Kittle, right? He is a real tight end. Rob Gronkowski. I'm not going to throw out Gronk's name, but like, we're like Tony Gonzalez and Kelsey. No slander against those guys. Antonio Gates. They're fucking wide receivers, right? They block occasionally. This dude's in the trenches, crunching dudes.
Right.
I love it. I love Tucker Kraft.
Like Jason Witten too. Jason Witten was a lot like that too. That overall tight end.
Yeah, I feel like Dallas Clark was kind of like that too. Unsung blocker too in the Peyton Manning system.
Definitely.
Brick says, I really do wish Tucker Kraft was my dad, even though I think I'm older than him. You know what? That's the beauty of Tucker Kraft is he's so badass. Tucker Kraft could reproduce when he was still in his mother's womb, right? He's getting ass when he's not even born yet. Like that's Tucker Kraft, man. Tucker Kraft's 24, 25. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. So he can't be my dad. He could be my son almost. I'm almost 38. So I think I could have reproduced. I'm going to keep this PG for once. I could have said a lot worse. I think I could have reproduced at 13. You like that, Ray? See that?
Yeah.
I can rein it in, baby. The dude, I can rein it in. Unfortunately, when I make a big scene about it, that I'm reining it in means I didn't rein it in because you all know what I was going to say.
Exactly.
That's actually the great part. Dude, I am just on one, man. These streams become so easy for me because I'm just being me. And that's the goal, right? And just like you were talking about the speech in the wedding, right? Like a good speech is being you. It's not a fucking card. It's not, it's actually sharing your feelings and showing your personality. And some people are embarrassed to do that. I have no fucking shame. Like, yeah, no, you don't either. Right? I don't give a shit. I do want people to like me though. So that's one character flaw I have. I do want people to like me.
Yeah, me
I know
too.
it's
But
kind
then
of bullshit.
But then when people want me to change me, it's like, okay, fuck off. I'm me.
Well, women do like to do that. That's why I have a good woman in Erica. She lets me be me, man. J.
Right.
Bob Goddard is a TD machine. Dallas Goddard. And I
He's
do
a
have
red
to
zone
shout out
Goddard,
Latte, I think his name was. He came on here last night in the stream yelling at me saying I'm a moron because I told him not to start Gatson. I told him to start Goddard. And before the Sunday game, it was Friday, it was Thursday, whatever. It was before the Sunday games. He's like, "You're a fucking idiot, dude. You don't even know football." I'm like, first of all, Gatson came on 2 weeks ago, and I told everyone Quentin Johnson, the whole Quentin Johnson thing, how I was telling everyone like he's not a wide receiver 1. He's not even a wide receiver 2. And everyone's like, "You're an idiot. You don't know football." And now look what happened. And now Gatson is essentially Quentin Johnson now. And the name I told him was Dallas Goddard, who actually outscored him, I believe. So I want to see Latte come on here. And again, I'm going to make wrong calls. But the thing is, that actually wasn't even a wrong call, Ray.
No, I've got it in 2 leagues right now.
Touchdowns.
He's doing well, man. I mean, he's obviously his catch numbers and all, but he is a huge piece to their red zone offense right now.
Chick says, picked up Isaiah Davis because you've been hyping him up. Could I play him at the flex if my normal flex is on bye? Yeah. Now this was kind of a one-off with Breece Hall there, because also you got to think the Jets scored 32, 30, whatever it was, in the 30s. That's all I got to say. Over 20 points is a nice outing for the Jets. But you know what? They actually got to the run game, and they realized that like they have no pass catchers. Even when Garrett Wilson was healthy, Ray, they didn't really have a lot of pass catchers. So like Isaiah Davis playing 2 running backs at once. Isaiah Davis is a nice all-purpose back. So I have been hyping up Isaiah Davis ever since Braylon Allen's injury. And I wasn't hyping him up to be a playable guy, but he is kind of like in that top 36 mold. And we talk about bye weeks and injuries, top 36 becomes top 24.
Right.
So yeah, I'm in, man. I mean, I hope the trade happens for Breece Hall. The kid needs to get out of New York. Like it's toxic there. Give him a fresh start. For Isaiah Davis, for Braylon Allen next year, for dynasty owners in general, I love Braylon Allen. He's also like still 21 years old, Braylon Allen. What a monster. Frankenstein, I think someone in my league knows the future because someone picked up Tracy at 12:55. I was so pissed I lost Scat and couldn't Tracy. Maybe he's an Oracle, man. You should have probably picked him up. Although I didn't pick him up when I had Scatabo, because I wouldn't pick up Tracy over like Blake Corum personally, or Isaiah Davis even. I was taking Isaiah Davis. You don't fault me for that, right, Ray?
No. Hey, dude, I'm probably gonna get going though.
Yeah. Ray had a long week, so I'll take care. Take care of everything else. I appreciate you coming on. Maybe tomorrow night if you want to come on, if you're rested, or we'll figure it out.
Yeah, for sure. All right, sounds
love
good,
you, Ray.
You guys, love you guys.
buddy.
Have a good one. I'll talk to you soon. Take it easy.
Later. Yeah, Ray was fading there a little bit. What a trooper, man. What a trooper. That's what my dudes do. They stay on. He didn't want to come on, but he loves the show. He loves you guys. Jason says, you think Gadsden's going to keep cooking? By the way, you like this? It's a Lover's Lane beanie. I'll tell you the story about that one later, but it's pretty sweet. I don't know where my podcast hat is. Anyways, you think Gadsden's going to start cooking from Jason? Again, what's going on, Jason? Great win for your Bucks today, by the way. He's going to be a startable guy. I wouldn't say he's going to like necessarily be this top 6 dude, but yeah, I think we'll see, man. If there's another week of this, even if it's like 5 for 50 without no touchdown, but like 8 targets, you get another week of Quentin Johnson having 1 target, 0 targets, 2 targets. Yes, Gadsden's a top 7, top 8 play for sure. And Herbert loves him. Good call, Blake. Wally, Kraft plus JT in my lineup today. Yeah, you should have the eggplant emoji on that one, dude, with the squirt, because that's you can't lose with those two, man. Caleb, this might even be better. Kraft and Jordan Love. I had a couple of those stacks going too. Man, Jordan Love looked good tonight. Would be so funny if Sanders makes the Browns look good. I'm not banking on it, but he'll make Scott. I think he's going to make them look better than what the hell they have going on now. Wally, Story's been, he says, where's that sexy man Story? But Story had a work trip. He left last Sunday after we did the show. It was like Monday morning. in Orlando. He owns a business, and then him and his wife, they're huge Disney heads. They go to Disney like twice a year. So he is at Disney World. I know, crazy. Stories 42. They have no kids. Like I love it though. I appreciate it. That's awesome for them. He's getting back Tuesday, so he should be on the Tuesday or Wednesday show. Yeah, I miss him as well, man. But, Ray stepped up, Chaz stepped up, Mark was on here on Friday. So we have a nice deep bench here. That's what I love about the show. May over Knicks easily from J-Bob. I agree. Pretty sure May is third in MVP odds now. Damn well he should be. Man, I got destroyed today by some close calls. I had Miles Turner at 20. Oh, you had 21.5. K-Dot and TD call back. Damn. Yeah, Jaylen Brown was an easy one, Alex. I mean, that was, I laddered that shit up to fucking 40. It was 34-1 odds or something. I think it was, I only put like $2 on the 34-1, but you put $2 and make 78. And then I did all the other ones, 35, 30, 25. I don't think I did 25 because it was 22.5. That sucks. You got Miles Turner. I'll tell you a quick story. I had a parlay, a $10 parlay, and that was the odds on DraftKings. And I made it way after I placed the bet. I did 22. So essentially 22 plus, which is 21.5. And it would have been $10 to win like 240. And yes, he got 21. So I'm glad I won the beat in the odds bet. I did win my straight bet, which NBA bets are lower than my NFL bets. I put like $60 on each one. And NFL is like 130 for the big bets. But yeah, that hurt. But at least he got that one. But unfortunately for you, you got it 21.5. I'm sorry. Again, Alex, you have Alex, you're in the Discord. So yeah, you get the early things, but sometimes you don't have the same book or it changes a little bit. So that's the idea, though. You got to get the Discord or you got to get the Patreon to get in the Discord because that's when you're going to get the access to these early bets. And it does change. Look, you got 21.5, and he's also in the Discord, but he might not have had the same book. You probably got FanDuel is my guess. I got that on DraftKings, I think. What do you think I can aim for in a trade for Quentin Johnson and Coleman? Sorry for the Coleman comments. Dude, Mark, you could ask me anything. Talk about bunnies. Talk about the Santa Claus. I don't give a shit. Sorry for the Coleman comments. I just want him to fuck off my team. You can't trade either of those guys right now, Mark. You can't. Like, what are you going to get for him? Matthew Golden? Like, you just got to hold tight, man. Wait and hope for a big week from Coleman. J-Bob, I traded QJ for Kamara. That's a fine trade. I still want Kamara. Kittle woke up this week. Thankfully, still have PTSD from last week. Kittle, that had a touchdown. The offense looked really bad, though. Yes, sir, was rotting on their bench, so I offered and they accepted. Yeah, damn straight. Written was a dog, but a Patriots fan when I was growing up. Gronk will forever be my tight. Gronk is the greatest tight end of all time, Scott. I don't think it's really debatable. Kelsey's got better numbers. Tony Gonzalez might have better numbers, but Rob Gronkowski, yes, you could say he was tied to Belichick and Brady. Rob Gronkowski, top 3 blocker at the position of all time. Mauler of men. And the fact that he came back and that year he had with Tampa Bay kind of solidifies it, right? Because he had 9 touchdowns. Gronk is probably the best all-around tight end in the league. His numbers might not be there, but so many touchdowns, so many big moments. Love Gronk, dude. What RB2 would you like the rest of the season? Like, is Chase Brown or J.K. Dobbins legit? I want Chase Brown over J.K. Dobbins right now because R.J. Harvey's coming on, and they could both eat, but that's going to come at the expense directly of J.K. Dobbins. So Chase Brown looked good. Now, the crazy thing is Samaje Perine. Jesus, Samaje Perine, 94 yards on the ground and a touchdown. They're using Samaje Perine a lot, but Chase Brown is still the better back, still getting 60% of the snaps. So, yeah, Ray, it was good to see Big Ray. Ray was in Florida. They were all in Florida. I had 3 of my main guests were all out of town this last week, so it was kind of a rough stretch, but we got through it. And do all your co-hosts bail? I wouldn't do that if I'm not that guy. Well, I would say Ray was he was at a wedding all weekend. He has not slept. So, and I don't mind doing the show. The thing is, I get so behind these chats, bro. That like I like doing the solo shows for a stretch. I don't like doing an entire solo show. I've done 3.5-hour solo shows, but I do like having the guests on at least for part of it. And Ray was on 4 times last week. I'm not gonna, hold that against him. So, Chits, hey man, if you want to be a guest on the show, bro, you're welcome to get on the Patreon and be a professional fanatic. You get all the perks there. You get to be a guest on the show. You get, and that not just once. Mark's been on twice. Mouth's been on twice. Jason's only been on once, but he'll be on again. Those are the professional fanatics right now. I'm going to get, I do 7 shows a week, 8 shows a week, 9 shows a week sometimes. And I can do 3 people on one show. I'm going to get all you guys on the show. That's what I want to do. So if you want to help me out a little bit, you want to be on the show, a lot of other good perks too. What you waiting for, Chitch? Also get in the fucking Discord, baby. Moon, I'm up 38 facing Mahomes and Butler. I'm good. Patrick Mahomes is not safe. It is not safe. But maybe. I say 45% chance you lose. So 55% chance you win. Oh, hell yeah, Chitch, you're my kind of guy, dude. Okay, well, the link's in the description, man. Get on there. I'll email you, and we'll figure something out. And you get in the Discord, and there's a lot of other good things, too. Bucks heading into the bye with a W. Feels good, man. That was a big win for you guys, and your defense is legit, bro. Big Ray is late on a Sunday night. It is late. It is late, but not for me, obviously. Joe Flacco had a rushing TD today. He also had a 9 or 10 yard scramble, Hetzer, and he salted the one game away, kind of salted or kind of like helped win the game against the Steelers with that 9 yard run on 3rd and 8, that read option. So Joe Flacco is having a renaissance. That's what he does, man. Since you're a Bears fan and you watched the games, thought on Loveland as a player, terrible. He just looks like a dude. He doesn't look like anything special. He's a fine little possession receiver. He's got some size, but he's not physical enough to be a blocker. He's not athletic enough to be a slot receiver, right? To be a Dalton Kincaid, for instance, like that kind of tight end. So I don't know what the hell he is as a player. It's not good because, Orlando Gatson was a 5th round pick. Tyler Warren was picked 2 picks after him. We could have just had Kyler Warren. There was a good Harold Fannin. There was a really, really, really good draft class for tight ends. Elijah Arroyo on the Seahawks. That dude's a monster. So, we picked, we picked, the 5th best tight end at 10th overall. So, just garbage. Just fucking garbage. I'm upset with it. We also made some other good picks, though, later in the draft, so that maybe evened it out. But Luther Burden doesn't look particularly great. You can get skill players later if you're smart. First round, take edge rushers, take left tackles, take corners, maybe not even corners, whatever. Just don't take tight ends. And don't take running backs. At this point, I'd rather have Ashton Genty. Trade up for Ashton Genty. At least I know he's a good player. Brick, yeah, the Tyler Warren thing, but it's literally not even just Tyler Warren. That's a whiff. Like I just mentioned, Gatson, Arroyo, Fannin, those guys are all better than him. It appears. So this is just rough, man. It's rough. Rob Gronkowski, the lovable CTE GOAT. The nice thing about the Scatabo and Rob Gronkowski, they're built differently. So, you can't even tell when they get concussed. They're just whatever, dude, give me another beer. I thought you were more of an Aaron Hernandez guy. Hey, Aaron Hernandez was probably going to be one of the best receiving tight ends of all time. He was literally a slot receiver, though. Cruz. So what's going on, Cruz? Love Cruz. Happy tight end day to Vernon Davis. He was a Madden sheet. Trey Benson back soon. Does he return to be a bell cow? Yes. So Vernon Davis, fucking, again, slow start to his career. Remember the whole, he was tied to the whole Singletary pulling his pants down in the press conference, or not the press conference, the team meeting, because Vernon Davis not hustling. I just remember something like that. But Vernon Davis just 4.4 40, 4.38 40 at that size. Super big part of those Niners teams. Love Vernon Davis. Trey Benson. Trey Benson is the workhorse, man, and this is why. I was a little worried when DeMarcado, and then you had Michael Carter, and now Bam Knight. None of them have proven anything. They've all literally lost the job to the next guy. None of those guys are anything. I think Michael Carter would be the 3rd down back. DeMarcado is pretty much off the team. And Trey Benson, after the first week, maybe don't start him. I think after the first week he's back, he might get 50-50 snap share there. The next week after that, he's back to 70%, baby. I love Trey Benson. He is, I think, a borderline RB1. I still like the Cardinals, back end of the schedule. Definitely fantasy playoff schedule. I know they have one really nice matchup. I don't have the schedule up in front of me, but I think Trey Benson's a 3-down back, and he was playing 3rd downs behind James Conner, so he has that in his game. Yeah, it was Butker. I was thinking Butler. I was like, that's a problem. I still say 45%. Cry Dog, I'm going to send you that Discord invite after the show, and you're going to love it. Also, you get all my bets faster, too. I heard the Jets are throwing a parade tomorrow. Aaron Glenn reminds me of Master Splinter, just stone face on the sideline all game. Fucking nice quote, Cruz. Master Splinter, dude. Aaron Glenn's a terrible coach. I think he's a good leader. I think he's a good coordinator, but as a head coach, dude, he is clueless as shit. First time gig. Here's the problem, though, is you see Ben Johnson Ben Johnson is a good coach. Like, he is aware. He's in charge of this organization. Aaron Glenn just seems like he is not in charge of shit. So, like, the problem with that is they both came under Dan Campbell, and I feel like Ben Johnson learned a lot. Yes, elite coordinator, but he learned how to be a man and how to be a leader of men from Dan Campbell, who is probably the best leader of men in the NFL. And how did Aaron Glenn not fucking learn this shit? So, like, that's the concerning thing, and the Jets need that right now. They need someone to kick everyone in the ass and get them, and also tell the owner to shut the hell up. I know you can't do that because you'll get fired, but the owner needs to shut his mouth. Don't talk shit about the starting quarterback that has to start the next week because you don't know about Tyrod Taylor's availability. Clowns. Yeah, Cruz, you're fucking great in the Discord, man. I just got to say, I am so glad that you got in there. Crydog says he wants winners. Crydog, we are 9-1 in the NBA to start of the year, dude. 9-1 on player props. It is just rocking right now with some really, really, really like clutch winners there. You can't win with them. Much love, Blake. As a Dolphins fan, I love that Tua plays amazing with one eye. Apparently against the best pass defense. Yeah, I heard he had some eye. I thought it was an illness, but apparently he had an eye injury. You know what? Maybe it's like the Kramer with the eye patch. Like maybe he sees better. He needed glasses. Like Jameis Winston got that the LASIK and it helped him. So maybe Tua's vision was too good. You know what I mean? Or maybe the Falcons just suck dick. Who knows? We got the dogs just hanging out in the kennel here. Oh yeah, we're talking Singletary ding dong. Yeah, that was that was over Vernon Davis's last lack of hustle, right, Crydog? Like in the game, he pulled his pants down. And you know what I would really love to see? Because you remember Joe Buck when he announced Randy Moss's fake mooning, when he fake mooned the crown after the touchdown. He said that is a disgusting act. Like I want to see him play by play the actual Mike Singletary real mooning. And like if he thinks Randy Moss was disgusting, like Mike Singletary showed his ass, most likely his asshole, to his players. Thoughts on Emmanuel Wilson getting a lot of work today against the Steelers? Josh Jacobs is clearly not healthy. Josh Jacobs is that dude, though, and he's playing hurt. So the one thing about Josh Jacobs is he literally scores a touchdown every game. He plays 40% of the snaps, 50% of the snaps. He's getting his ass in the end zone. But I think Emmanuel Wilson needs to kind of be in that because they have Chris Brooks there, who's more of a scat back. And I think it's Emmanuel Wilson's gig. It's going to be similar to what happened with, Scatabo. Now you have Tyron Tracy. Now, Tyron Tracy's more proven. He had 10 to 12 games as a starter last year with the Giants where he kind of proved his worth. But Emmanuel Wilson's a pretty solid player. So I think Emmanuel Wilson needs to be rostered in every league. Not over Isaiah Davis, but in that second tier of handcuffs. Darts look good all year, man. He's a warrior. Hetzer, I think the game script with let Jacobs rest a bit. Well, he also didn't play much last week. Now, last week he bailed it out with 2 touchdowns. I think they played him more last week based on the fact they were losing by 10 points to the Cardinals, right? Like their plan was to play similar to what this is. And here's the one issue with Josh Jacobs and the upside of Emmanuel Wilson is that the Packers had their bye week 5. So they don't have a bye week to be like, okay, let's get them through week 9. We can rest them up for a week. And they're going for that number 1 seed, and they're still battling against the Lions for the division, right? And there's a lot of depth in the NFC and a lot of high-end talent. So are they just going to be rolling like this? I'm really, if that's the case as a Josh Jacobs owner, the leagues I have Josh Jacobs in I'm like 6-2 or 7-1, and one of them I'm 8-0 in the 4 weeks I have Jacobs in. So like obviously I'm biased. I want them to rest his ass for 2 weeks because I'm making the playoffs, and like I should call them and be like rest them because they're also 5-1-1, right? The Packers are 5-1-1. Like they want to beat the Lions, but Josh Jacobs' health is very important. Jacobs is a psychopath, man. I've always loved Jacobs. Ripped a Scatabo, man. I got to play the clip again just because it is a really good clip.
Come on, coach, put me back in.
Cam, your ankle's broken.
Just snap it back on, twist it or something. It's fine. I want to break some stuff.
This is why we drafted you, Cam.
I got to play one more just because I hate Kyler Murray so much. So I'm going to play the precursor to this with Kyler Murray Garden Gnome.
Don't pee on me, know what I'm saying? No, don't do it. No, I'm saying.
And then this is even better.
Kyler, you still injured?
Ooh, yeah, real injured, coach.
Kid, I make millions. You're sitting in your mom's basement eating Doritos and Mountain Dew.
You playing Call of Duty again?
Just 5 more minutes,
I'm
coach.
cutting off your screen time.
Shout out to Matt, who is working with me, Sports Memes channel. That's his channel. He is kind of sharing all these memes with me. I can post them. We're working together. Check out his channel. It's Sports Memes channel. It's in the Discord as well. Subscribe to his channel. He's putting these. I put them out a day later. We got a whole arrangement working out. They're great, man. And Kyler Murray's a bum. So that's just the bottom line. The Singletary press conference speech. I want winners. I can't win with them. I love that one. Unfortunately, I think the number one of all time has to be Dennis, the Bears thing, right? If you want to crown them, crown their ass, right? Like the Bears, who are, or God, I've had a lot of beers. They are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook. If you want to crown them, crown their ass. Fucking love that, man. What a great speech. Rest in peace, man. He's gone, but all-time rants. That's what I want from my coaches. That was my problem with Jonathan Gannon after the couple losses the Cardinals had. He would just ho-hum about them. Dude, you got to get pissed. This is your livelihood. This is your job. You want to get another job, maybe show a little bit of emotion. That Singletary football, baby. His eyes in the field are as wide as his brown eye. Fucking Jason. Jason, how many beers you had today, man? Jose Cruz Torres, Jackson Dart has no one to blame but himself. Here's also the quote that I would say about Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart has nobody. Literally his best receiver gone, right? Now Cam Scatabo is gone. He already didn't have a good plethora of weapons. You know, Theo Johnson's a nice little player. Daniel Bellinger, his second tight end at best. Offensive line's trash. Defense is trash. Not really that high on Brian Dable personally. So Jackson Dart's a good player. I'm pretty high on him. For who, Rico, who did I tell you to bench him for? Don't just tell me like I told you to bench a guy. It's about who'd you tell me to bench him for. If it was like force Cam Scatabo, everyone would have told you to do that. So Rico, Blake, are you in here? Can you get this clown out of here, man? I love Rico Dowdle, but you're obviously not Rico Dowdle because he's not a prick like you. You think P Ryan over Corum? No, I want Corum. Man, maybe P Ryan over Corum. So Frankenstein, P Ryan's more playable than Corum. That's for sure. That's readily apparent. But I like Corum's talent and I like the offense, right? I like the offense better in the Rams. Thank you, Mark. Mark, thank you for that. Obviously, who started RJ Harvey this week? Not many. And also, tell me who if it's actually true, which I don't think it is because I think he's just trolling. Tell me who I said because it was probably a Cam Scatabo type, which anyone in the industry is going to tell you. So I'm not wrong on that one. Emmanuel Wilson over Tyler Algier. No. Now here's the Emmanuel Wilson case. Josh Jacobs already dinged up, like I said, more likely to get hurt. Maybe they sit him for a week. The Tyler Algier case is there's a negative case that Bijan Robinson has not missed a game. I don't think even in college, but Tyler Algier is a better player. And we've seen Tyler Algier have a 1,000-yard season as a rookie. And Tyler Algier is a top 5. I'm going to say top 5 running back rest of season if Bijan was out the rest of the season tomorrow, for instance. I will stand by that take. Tyler Algier is a badass. Should I start Dart over Goff this week? I don't know the matchups, Team Money. Let me know the matchups. It's football, free Rico. Anything can happen any given Sunday. Yeah, I think he was destroying Frankenstein, but trade Vidal and Ramondre for BTJ. What's your record, brother? Because Vidal is really good for the next 2, 3, 4 weeks, but he won't be probably very viable when you need him in the playoffs. And Ramondre, I could say the same thing for. So I would do that trade if you have a bunch of running backs, and you might because like Vidal was a pickup and Ramondre was like a 10th round pick. So I would do that trade if you have a lot of running backs and you have a winning record. Denny Green. Why couldn't I think of his name? Thank you, Mr. Free Throw. Sometimes I get these brain farts, dude. I also woke up. I had 3 hours of sleep last night. I woke up to the Start Sit show. I got a new dog, and I have another dog that's a Bernese Mountain Dog, super sweet. This new dog is like 9 months old. That's like bullying him, who's like 40 pounds. And yeah, it's a madhouse. It reminds me of Step Brothers when they first become friends. They hate each other at first, and then like after 4 hours, at least in the dog's case, my dog's case, after 4 hours, they're best fucking friends, just running around the house, just doing crazy shit. So yeah, I'm a little loopy, but I'm getting through. Seahawks, Rams, Niners, Bucks, Lions, Eagles, Packers. Get in. No Cowboys or Vikings. Well, yeah, Cowboys and Vikings. Vikings are dead, Jose. Vikings are dead. Cowboys have a little bit of juice. Their defense sucks. And we have Patriots, Chiefs, Broncos, Colts, Steelers, Jags, Texans. No Chargers or Bills. Well, the Bills are making the Bills might get the number 1 seed, bro. Jackson Dart is the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air meme where he's just standing in the house alone. Dude, all right. Brick, put that. I keep on calling you Blake and Brick. It sucks. It sounds like I have a lisp. Put that in the Discord for Matt, dude. Like, he'll make that shit for you. That'd be great. No one even imagined RJ Harvey go off today. Almost the most random MFers that are benched, and they come in here screaming at you over it. Well, the thing is, I don't think he's right because he never said who I told him. If they come in and give me actually who I said, which it's possible, man, I'm only right 60% of the time. That's still over 50, and some of these are tough. I don't think it was a tough one because, like, who was he saying? So it is what it is, man. That's fine. You want to be a prick? Be a prick. I like saying prick like that. I sound like a fucking, I don't know, German or something. Would you keep Tez Johnson or pick up Slayton off the Giants? Man, Slayton looked pretty good today, and now you have no Scadabo there. I might go Slayton. Honestly, I might go Slayton. Tez is fine. He's explosive, but I might go Slayton there, dude. Patriots confirmed going 15-2. That's not going to happen, but they're going to make the playoffs, baby. Jalen Noel sleeper, damn straight. Noel, here's the upset of Noel. Noel, whatever you want to call him. Jaden Higgins looked better today in terms of his targets and all that. Jaden Higgins was essentially playing Nico Collins' role because they're the same body type, same architect. He is an X receiver, and Nico Collins is coming back, next week. So the role isn't available for him, right? He'll still play some snaps. Noel is playing Christian Kirk's role. We don't know about his injury status, and he's a better player than Christian Kirk at this stage of his career. So Noel is going to carve out a nice little role there in the slot. They're going to stop playing Braxton Berrios, and Xavier Hutchinson is kind of the swing guy there. He's like the Troy Franklin of that offense. So I much prefer Jalen Noel rest of the season than Higgins. You guys want Tez over Slayton? I get what you're saying. Better offense, right? Okay, I guess my thing is eventually Tez with McMillan coming back and Chris Godwin maybe coming back. We don't know what the hell's going on with him. Then Tez gets a little phased out where I feel like Darius Slayton's the starting X receiver there in New York the rest of the season if he stays healthy. That, I guess, is my point. Team is Hurts, Bijan, JT, AJ Brown, Sutton, Hunter Henry, Juckins, bench, Keenan, Vidal, Ramondre. Doing an upgrade at wide receiver or tight end 10-man. So a 10-man. You have Ingram, Hunter Henry and Ingram. Yes, you need to upgrade at tight end. And you have Bijan and JT. So you need to trade Vidal, bro. That's the 10-man league. Trade Vidal to. It's not about who you get. Ideally, you find a team in your league that is struggling at running back, at least for the next couple of weeks. Maybe they have Juckins and they're panicked. And then you find a team that has an extra tight end. Let's say they have Ferguson and Goddard. Get one of those guys. Trade Vidal straight up for one of those guys. Or trade Vidal and Hunter Henry or Vidal and Ingram and just try to upgrade. Trade 3 for 2. Vidal and Sutton, right? Something like that, and try to get yourself a stud. I think Trey McBride could be had. I think Brock Bowers, if you want to go YOLO, Jack, Brock Bowers is the target right now because that team that has Brock Bowers is most likely like 2-6, and maybe they have a running back problem. Give him Vidal and Stevenson, Vidal and Sutton. That right there for Brock Bowers. That's a trade. Go to LeAngelo. What's going on, LeAngelo Ball? I give up on being an NFL fan. Fire Zach Taylor. Fire Al Golden. What a fucking failure of a franchise. I'd rather be a Jets fan. You don't want to be a Jets fan. That's no. You don't want that. That's bad. You told me to bench RJ Harvey for Rashad White 2 streams ago, but fantasy is all about luck, so I'm going to toast you, man. Okay, yeah. So Rashad White, who was ranked top 12 by every site ever. Yeah, okay. And no one had. So you want me to tell you to start a guy that's like a borderline RB3? You believe this shit? Like it ended up being a bad call, but like if you want to come here for like outlandish hot takes and I hit on 1 out of 10 and then I can gloat about, that's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you what I would do with my real money. And nobody is starting RJ Harvey over Rashad White. Look at their Vegas odds. Look at their price in daily fantasy. Look at their rankings on every site. I'm not like Mr. Cookie Cutter rankings. I'm just saying, Adam Silver, figure out your gambling issues in the NBA right now before you come at me, because right now your league is running rampant. Kraft and Boswell saved my C word tonight. What's going on, Ryan? Yeah, Boswell, I'm sad I cut him in a lot of leagues. I don't know what I was doing, but I have Kraft everywhere. Dart is playing San Francisco. Goff is playing the Vikings. Yeah, man, the Vikings are kind of a tough matchup, but dude, they've been kind of had recently. Is it at home? If it's at home, I want Goff. If Goff's at home, team money, I want Goff. If he's on the road, I'll probably play Dart. Oh, he said he's not mad about it. I mean, so like, why are you bringing it up then? I guess don't expect RJ Harvey to go to 3 touchdown games, 3 touchdowns too. I mean, hey, shout out to that kid, man. Jonathan Taylor is a runaway MVP. If the NFL wasn't so goddamn biased about their quarterbacks, he would be. And I'll say this: if Jonathan Taylor can pull off a 30 touchdown season, I'm going to put it at like 28 or 30 touchdowns, and they win 14 games. I think we're getting Jonathan Taylor MVP. And that's what he's on pace for. Can he do it? We'll see. And maybe one of the other quarterbacks miss a game. Obviously, Lamar's already out. That's the runway. I would love that though. That'd be fun. Mr. Free Throw, 15-team league, lots of injuries and players on bye. Need to pick up someone to start. Singletary, Tucker, Gordon, or Emmanuel Wilson. That's Trey Tucker. I mean, it's probably Trey Tucker if you need someone to start. I think I'd want Emmanuel Wilson, though, as a startable guy right behind Trey Tucker with the upside. He needs to be owned in a 15-team league for sure. Oh, here's Latte again. These dudes, man. You told me to sit Jalen Noel for Mooney. Okay, well, also, I don't think I told you that last night because I didn't know Drake London was missing, so I would never have told you that. I like Noel more than Mooney. You're just talking shit, bro. Good for you. I like how you spend your night coming in here trying to ruin our time. So, yeah, you're awesome. For what it's worth, Rob, you helped me turn my team from 0-3 to 3-4 after this week, so I thank you. And you know ball. No one has a damn Oracle. You're the best, man. And here's the thing. These guys are also just full of shit. That's not – I do make a lot of bad calls on the show. I make 500, 600, 700 calls a fucking week. This dude's just full of shit because I didn't tell him that. And even if I did, that's actually the right call. But the reason I know I didn't is because this would have been Saturday night before I knew Drake London was out. So I would have probably told him to start Noel over Mooney because that's what I did in my leagues. I only changed that on Sunday because of the injury to Drake London. If that makes sense. And I know I didn't tell him that this morning because he was not on the show this morning. Ryan has crabs. Well, come on. AKA crotch critters. Dude, isn't that such a better name? Like if you were to tell a girl, like go up to her and be like, I had crabs or I have crotch critters. Like they might be like, oh, can I pet them? Right? Like they might not say no. Yeah, see? My wife, she's like, I would want to pet them. Now, if I said I have crabs, you'd be like, I don't want to get like pincered by them, right? I just made her laugh. That's what's up. Would you all say Cooper Kupp is a one-hit wonder? Well, no, he had 2 badass years, like per game, because the second year after that, the like Triple Crown year, he was actually averaging more catches, yards, and touchdowns per game. It was like a 7-game sample. Then he got hurt. So I mean, kind of. Lou Holtz is pumped right now seeing Brian Kelly get the can. Fucking Lou Holtz, man. That guy's still chugging, huh? He is a week-to-week guy to start in a spicy matchup. I'm being dumb and starting Jamison Williams probably next week. You know what? I'm doing the same thing. I have Jamison Williams in 3 leagues. They're all 12-teamers with 2 flexes, so they're pretty deep. I think I'm going to go down that rabbit hole again, baby. I really think I am. Why the hell not? Yeah, he's due. And I hate that narrative. Story hates that narrative. I'm kind of superstitious in that way. That's how I make a lot of my bets, right? Guys that are struggling. Jamison Williams, I think I'm hammering his bet next week too. I hope it's at like 37 yards. Mark has Bowers, but he's 6-2. That's because you're the fucking man. Okay. I have a feeling Leggett can be a league winner when Bryce comes back. The only problem with that is you have Jalen Coker, who's going to be playing a role, right? So I don't know, man. I think he could be a startable guy, maybe, but unfortunately, Tet's still the number 1 there. Yeah, I should have started Boswell too. He's after his bye. I don't know what I was doing. Pick up Tyron Tracy, Woody Marks, or Troy Franklin. Tyron Tracy, by far number one. I'd rank it Tracy, Woody, and then Troy Franklin. Yeah, I think that's the same guy, Frankenstein. We all remember the Josh Downs guy, but at least the Josh Downs guy wasn't being a dick. He was just like promoting Josh Downs stuff, which was actually pretty funny. So like and he came in, he had 5 burner accounts that one night, if you remember. I don't think Frankenstein was on that, but like Josh Downs came in like 5, and it was a 2-hour stretch. He came in 5 different times, and like by the end he was being more sly about it, and then he would slowly sneak in a Josh Downs comment. JT plus 35-1 for MVP. Well, JSN, are you doing this again, JSN? You told me to sit fan in for Tyler Warren. Well, dude, yes, Tyler Warren's a top 5 tight end. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, that wouldn't even be a question someone would ask because everyone's starting Tyler Warren. God damn, man, you guys are pissing me off. It's hard. I don't get like flustered very often. I'm not flustered. I'm just like frustrated is the word. I love Boswell. He's been my kicker 2 years now. Dude easily makes 50-yard kicks. Yeah, and that's also he's making them in Pittsburgh outside, right? Not an easy kicking stadium. And one of the sides of the field, like I think it's the east side of the field, is really tough to kick in because it's like open air. Troy Franklin did go off against a gross secondary. He actually caught the ball though, which is pretty nice. Bro, JSN, literally. David Njoku played in this game. So you were looking at possibly like a tight end 1B compared to. So, okay, if I told you, why did you listen to me then, bro? Like, why? I'm just a clown, right? So don't listen to me. The fuck? Tyler Warren is a top 5 tight end. So if you want to just make crazy decisions, then do it on your own. I picked up Boswell off waivers. He was, yeah, we need to, okay. I don't like one of these people, man. One of my leagues, I was 1-6 2 weeks ago, despite scoring the most points in the league by 150. Asked GBT and chances. Apparently, I'm more likely to be hit by a meteoroid twice in a row. That could be possible. I think it's more struck by lightning is more likely. Gonzalez for sure. Sauce Gardner's is cheeks, bro. Not cheeks, but I think he's like not even a top 5 corner. Got some Gacy's in the chat. Yeah, there's some Gacy's in here. Jerry Jeudy is the biggest bust, man. And you know what? I have a couple shares of him. I got a couple in best ball too, like not much, like 6%, which is still like under value there. But he's bad, and I just thought there'd be more Joe Flacco. That's the reason I drafted him in some of the spots I did. I thought I'd get like 6 weeks with Joe Flacco. Look what he's doing right now with the Bengals. And yeah, it's not good. He's probably gonna get traded, but also who wants Jerry Jeudy, right? Hetzer, I'm somehow 5-3 with a fucking banged up, injured, and waiver wire coach dog weirdos. That's fine, man. You just got to win. Stay alive. Stay alive. Your team will get healthy. Dude, I played Taylor, Flacco, Shakir, Harvey, Gatson all this week and got wrecked. Just curious why you don't believe in Gatson. I know he was a lot of weapons, but he's really good with a good quarterback. I don't say I didn't believe in him, but like this production won't continue. So I would have him as a top 10, top between 8 and 12, right? Rest of the season. Now, a lot of people are saying he's top 5. That's not happening. A lot of people were also saying Quentin Johnson was a top 5, not like a wide receiver 1, like top 5, or we say wide receiver 1 after the start. No, he wasn't. He was never going to be. That's the problem. Quentin Johnson will come back to earth, as in, some relative weeks, and Gatson will come down to earth a little bit with some pedestrian weeks. So, like, if you're talking like Gatson over Tyler Warren rest of the season, no. Gatson over George Kittle the rest of the season, no. Gatson over Brock Bowers rest of the season, no. Like, none of those top 7 guys, I want those guys all over Gatson. Cry Dog, I've had my best fantasy season in a decade thanks to this stream. Granted, I've had a hell of a draft, but the advice has been huge. Take in the info and make your own call. Blaming someone else is bitch shit. Thank you, Cry Dog. Thank you, Cry Dog. They're fighting in there. That's the thing is I'm not telling you to do anything. Like, I'm telling you what I would do. That's the key. And I'm not always right. I'm actually not even that great at start sit, but I'm right more than I'm wrong. And these guys are just clowning. So let them clown. That's fine. It just sucks for me because I'm like Ron Burgundy. I just like go to the comment and read it. And like without like, because there's a lot going on and I just will start reading it and then I'll just finish it where I should have, like if I had a producer, they just pull it up for me. And given due time, Brick Flair will be here in a year, 2 years, whatever it is, doing this producing so I don't have to. And it'll be a lot smoother of a show. I try my best. Matt says, what's your assessment of RJ versus Dobbins situation? I didn't watch the game. Does it look like RJ is taking over? No, I don't have the snap share in front of me, but I would be willing to bet. I watched a lot of that game. I would be willing to bet that Dobbins played 62% of the snaps, say 60, and I think that Harvey played 35. So the fact he scored 3 touchdowns on 35% of the snaps, and I think 2 of them are receiving touchdowns. And then he got the series in the goal line because so the series he got in the goal line, that was Dobbins' series. He was winded. They brought him out and they gave two snaps to Harvey. He got the first 1-yard plunge touchdown. So doesn't seem as sticky as the stats would say, as the box score would say. But it's something. And what I said is the most promising part about it was there was no third guy. There's been a third guy, whether it be Tyler Bidet, whether it be fucking Jaleel McLaughlin, whether it be Audrey Estime. I don't know if he even played this year, but like there was always a third guy. There's no more third guy, right? So that's the key. And that's why it seems like more sustainable. Not 3 touchdowns, but the snaps and the playing time. Should I be starting Joe Flacco over CJ Stroud next week? Yeah, give me CJ Stroud's playing well, but give me Joe Flacco, baby. It's probably all the same guy, Frankenstein. That's the thing. It's all the same guy. Who is more important to their teams, Tatum or May? I know it's different sports, but I want to see what you think. Drake May, just because it's quarterback. But I will say, you're seeing the Celtics 0-3 right now, and Tatum gets a lot of shit. I give him a lot of shit, too, because he's kind of a chucker. Doesn't shoot a high percentage from the field, but he is a gamer. It's Drake May, though. JSN sounds like a guy from Waterloo, Iowa, from Jason. Quote of the night right there. Jason, such a random quote. Love it. I would not start Stroud against Denver if I had a choice. Oh, he's against Denver? Definitely not. I traded Devontae for Judy. 1-for-1 post-draft. Absolutely miserable. My L trade of the year. Devontae Adams or Devontae Smith? Because it's Devontae Smith with an A. I mean, I guess I could see that, but here's the problem. Jerry Jeudy is essentially a slot receiver or a Y. He's not an X. And you already have Diggs and Demario Douglas there. And Booty is an X. So, like, where is Jeudy going to fit in? He's not going to be taking Diggs snaps. They like Demario Douglas. So I don't think that's a good spot for him. I'm starting Joe Flacco again next week. Like, fuck it. If it keeps working and keeps balling out. Dude, we got Joe Flacco getting rushing touchdowns, Hetzer. Like, not tush pushes, but quarterback sneaks. The dude's 41 years old. Fucking love it. Cheers to Joe Flacco. Cheers, Joe. Yeah, Bears defense is trash. He'll be involved. I'd still like Gaston. I'm not saying to drop him. I'm not saying to bench him. I'm just saying temper your expectations a bit. And, like, would I start him over Dallas Goedert? I would not start him over Dallas Goedert. That was my contention Friday night, where I got some people giving me shit especially after Gatson had the Thursday night game. I'm pretty sure Dallas Goedert still outscored Gatson. So that puts a kibosh on that one. Can I get one more beer? A little bit more. Baker cost me this week dude, Baker, Jesus, man. He cost me 2 matchups. I just needed like 12 and I would have won. Like, in retrospect, after the Sunday night game. What the hell was that? Ibuka? Jason, I got to say one thing. You're a big Bucks fan. Is Ibuka injured or can he just not jump? Because literally, I don't know if you watched Seinfeld when George has the meeting with the executives from like Foot Locker. He's trying on the Jimmy shoes. He's trying to jump. That's how Ibuka looks when he jumps for these passes. And I know he wasn't coming out like Malik Neighbors athletically, like he wasn't that, but dude, he looks like he has a 20-inch vertical. And I hope it's because he's hurt, because it's not good. And Baker's known to overthrow. You know what I'm talking about. You watch every game. And that's what I'm seeing right now. So pull that up, Jamie type beat. Damn straight. Honestly, I would start gassing until they don't need him anymore. I would keep an eye on that roster for changes. I suppose they're going to keep playing him. No, he's going to be playing a lot. I'm just saying Dallas Goedert scoring a touchdown or 2 every week. And I know Gatson is too, but like, I'm just going to trust Dallas Goedert more. Audric Estime is just very slow. He's literally a plotter. By the way, if you're in here, you're not subscribed to the channel or liked the video, what are you doing? We had 3 subs in this video and 27 likes. There's been like 1,000 people in here. Maybe I'm not doing something wrong, but all good. Pick up Bam, drop Hunter Henry. I would start him week 9 against Dallas, have Benson on the IR. Yeah, if you have a better tight end, 100%. God, Leonard Fournette was the shit for 4 or 5 fantasy years, and then obviously had that renaissance there with Tampa Bay. Sucks about scat. I have so much scat. It sucks. I didn't think Christian Watson was coming back this year at all. What a recovery. What are your thoughts on Myles Garrett being traded this year? Wouldn't that just be funny if the Cowboys traded for Myles Garrett after trading Micah Parsons? I do think Myles Garrett's a better player than Micah Parsons, but Micah Parsons is like 4 or 3 years younger. I don't think they're going to trade him. They just paid him. They should, though. They like Douglas there, man, and Jerry Jeudy's a knucklehead. 2 weeks ago, you told me Addison over Quentin Johnson. I got talked into starting Quentin instead. 10 points difference cost me. Yeah, because I've been down on Quentin Johnson since since week 4. Just because he was just always going to regress. Always. Ooh, that's a good call from Frankenstein. Jeudy the Dolphins makes the Alabama team again for no reason. That's actually a good spot. Now, I don't know why a 2-6 team would be making a trade, but like, what is Jerry Jeudy even going to fetch right now? A 6th-round pick? Like, who's giving a 4th rounder for Jerry Jeudy? He does still have it. You don't need Hunter Henry, to be honest. Yeah, damn straight you don't. Also, that whole DraftKings cash out thing you had, Dix, was ridiculous. Yeah, can you believe that? So I had 3 touchdowns. It was 4 touchdown scores, and they all hit in the first half. It was halftime of the game, and I had Stephon Diggs. It was $20 to win $540, which is a pretty big payout. And Diggs still had a half of football. They were up 9-7. It wasn't a blowout. And they gave me a $50 cash out option. Like a barely double my money back when I was it was 10% of the bet they gave me. And of course I wouldn't do it for 150. I don't cash out. If they gave me a $200 cash out option on a $20 bet, I would have done it. But like, what a cheap asses. And they ended up hitting. So fuck you, DK. Drake May does look like that guy, Astro. Tucker Kraft is God. Tucker Kraft he is my brother. He is my lover. He is my friend. He is my buddy. I said it wrong, but that's what he is. Thank you, Blake. Ooh, that's a good one, Cruz. I could see that, dude. Imagine betting on that. Tyson, that's a good point. I got to get into this here. I don't have much time left, but I want to do this on the top of the show with Ray, and I just forgot. The Rico Dowdle thing, man. We got to look into this because this is insane, dude. The yards per carry. Since Chuba came back, I got to pull up the game here. Like, what are they doing? Like, I know the contract says Chuba Hubbard, but Chuba today, 12 for 34, 2.8 yards per carry. Rico Dowdle, 8 for 54, 6.8 yards per carry. The first game back, Chuba had 2.2 yards per carry against the Jets, 14 for 31. Rico had against the Jets 17 for 79. So in the first 2 games back, Rico was averaging, 5.9 yards per carry against the same defenses. Chuba is averaging 2.4 yards per carry. Man, and the eye test says the same thing. Chuba's a better goal line back. I get that. That's rough, bro. This is pissing me off. I don't get it. I have Kelsey and Goddard, so I really don't have to worry about tight end talk. Would you consider Fannin better than Hunter Henry? I would, and it's because the inherent upside of the potential trade of David Njoku, right? So David Njoku is a good, that's a real trade. Like, he will fetch something. Jerry Jeudy is kind of nothing. David Njoku is still a professional tight end with some upside and some juice. So a team that loses a tight end, for instance, or just a team that wants to upgrade, even if it's for a second tight end, I think David Njoku fits that mold, and they want to get Harold Fannin Jr. all the playing time they can get him, and they should. Dude, your offense is going to be unreal, Blake, when you get all those guys back. Tron Force 6-2. Where do you think I can improve? Team is Jaden Daniels, Nico, Olave, CMC, Barkley, Goddard, Jalen Warren, McLaurin, Hunter, Gainwell, Fannin, Cup, Flacco. Your tight end is Goddard. Your running backs are solid as shit. Jalen Warren's a nice 3. I'd say receiver. So Nico, Olave, McLaurin, and Hunter. You could try to trade high on Hunter. So you could try to do like a Hunter and Olave for a Drake London or something. I don't know if you can get that done, but something like that. That's what I would do. Try to upgrade at receiver. Trade a 2-for-1. So either trade Jalen Warren and Olave, Jalen Warren and McLaurin, not McLaurin. Jalen Warren and Hunter. If someone's buying the Hunter hype, something like that to improve. But yeah, it's a good roster. The hammy is concerning with Ibuka. That's why he sent the second half of the Niners game and then rushed him back. Yeah, I know. He can't jump. It's crazy. I don't know if that's him because I didn't watch too much film on him in Ohio State. At least he didn't have to jump in Ohio State because the offense is so pure that he was just running wide open. Same thing we've seen with Garrett Wilson and JSN and Olave in college. So we don't really know them as prospects as much as you do about some of these other schools, like receivers from other schools. Miles isn't worth the money. He's getting old. They should have spent the money on building younger roster. They kind of had to. It was to make their fans happy, Hetzker. That's what I think. But I don't know what Jerry Jeudy actually like moves the needle, right? Needs to be a buyer of the deadline bucks. Yeah, you guys need some stuff, and you will. You'll get Baker that. The fans want that. You have the draft capital too. McDaniels is doing some GHB in the medicinal tent or something. He looks rough, dude. He looks really rough. Like it's also Miami, so a lot of stuff down there in Miami. Wearing the sunglasses and shit. He's progressively looked worse and worse. I feel like he was like a spry young nerd when he took a job. Now he just looks strung out of shit. Brock Purdy coming back finally in week 9, but Purdy coming back with injury. Chuba is ass. He is ass. They can't trade Chuba. His contract's pretty big, and they do kind of like him. They like him too much. He was bad early in his career. He had one good year. Now he's bad again. So, I have Kittle and Bowers looking to pick up Gaston on waivers. Should I try to trade Kittle or Bowers? I mean, yeah, or pick up Gaston and trade Gatson and trust the veterans, baby. Yeah, but GT, even before the injury, he didn't look great. And even last year, he was literally on volume. Now, he was a nice, scrappy player, Jalen Warren level. But he was just scrapping. Oh, that's a nice comment here. It's been like 4 or 5 already. I thought you were 2. My bad. Gatson, trade for who? Whoever needs a tight end. So it's not about who you get. You got to target a team that needs them, right? Because you don't want to target a team that has like Tucker Kraft, right? Or Tyler Warren. They're not going to give you anything. Ginger Andy Dalton? Was that a thing? All right, I'm having one more brewski, and then I gotta get out of here. I got a new dog to take care of, and my wife's getting irritated that she's watching him this whole time. So, not irritated. She's a sweetheart, Bob. But I also got to be a good husband. Anyway, 2 more super chats to get this beard chugged, and also just to help me keep the lights on here. If anyone wants to be a good Samaritan, Mr. Free Throw, I'm gonna be sending you an email here after the show. Get you all taken care of. Appreciate you, buddy. Does Brock actually come back this week? He has to. I know their season's over, but maybe they don't think so. It's also the Raiders. Yeah, get Hunter just in case. Trevor Lawrence so inconsistent, man. Cool. Thanks. Can you get this guy out of here? He's huge, but yeah, Buka's kind of hurting. Yeah, it doesn't look great. Like his cuts are fine, his speed's fine, but I just noticed it when he's jumping. It looks terrible. Let's see. Jokes aside, you guys think Mike McDaniel is doing coke? Dude, I actually think he is, because I brought this up on I think it was Thursday or Friday stream about the assistant coach. Do you remember the assistant coach? That was Mark. Mark, you're the man. That just got a chug-a-lug. The assistant coach that was doing blow and sent that video to his it wasn't his wife, it was like his girlfriend, right? He was like having an affair, and he was like sweet talking her while doing coke in the office. Like, if Mike McDaniel gets fired, does something come out like that? You know what I mean? Like, does something come out about Mike McDaniels? Because the way he looks and like how bad his coaching has gotten. I know the league has figured him out. I don't think it's figured him out this much, dude. Mark, my boy, you're the GOAT. Again, if you didn't watch the stream last night, you have a little bit of spare time after the stream, go watch Mark on the show. He is actually the GOAT, because Mark's the #1 super fan of this goddamn show. Love you, man. I'm gonna miss you when you're working, man, but hopefully it works out for you. And we'll be seeing you on the weekends and your days off, because I'm 7 days a week on this thing. So Will Smith's rapping career is looking like McDaniel's head coaching career. Hey, it started off really hot, man. Was Welcome to Miami early on, or I think that was one of his later ones. So maybe we're gonna get a renaissance. I will say this: I think Mike McDaniel can find a nice home, kind of like Josh McDaniels, right? Not a good head coach, but he's a good coordinator. So I think Cliff Kingsbury, for instance, I think that McDaniels could find a home as a decent offensive coordinator. Yeah, I hope so. Brock does seem like that dude. Kind of seems like Tucker Kraft. Michael, man, I'm right there with you. He's crying over Scatabo. As a fantasy owner, it sucks, but as a diehard Giants fan, it's absolutely devastating. Yeah, and also just as a football fan, because Cam Scatabo is like, the Giants haven't had a lot to be excited about the last couple of years. Now Jackson Dart's that thing, but the combination of those Bash Bros, man, like it was so fun to watch. The backflips, just the post game interview, dude. That was WWE shit. I had 9 shares of Cam Scatabo, not to mention probably 18% in best ball. A couple of my best ball millionaires that were in first place by a mile. I lost them now. I think I can get by, but like that hurts. Here you go, dude. This is from Mark, just my dude. And yeah, you got to go back to work in a couple of days. So I've been missing you, man. This is it. It's not like you're gone forever. I'm like doing a eulogy over here. Hey up. I gotta take a pee too. God, it's like I noticed the other night I had like 9, a couple waters and like 7 beers. Didn't pee. I'm like a camel. Let's see. For sure, we'll be on here days off, and for sure the late shows will pop on. Hell yeah, Mark. I hope so, man. Mr. Free Throw, check my 2 quarterback dynasty roster: Lamar, Hurts, Fields, Gibbs, A-Chain, Genty. That's a fucking crew. Jefferson, London, Wilson. How is this a 10-team league? It has to be a 10-teamer, right? Because this is a fucking stacked ass team. Tyler Warren too. Let's go. Hell yeah. Yeah, I know you guys are. Well, that's actually going to help out Mark because he's going to get off work late. That's why it's going to help him out. It doesn't help you out. I know, Jason. You're a Florida guy. You are the Florida guy, Jason. That's what you describe yourself. You're the Florida guy. By the way, Jason, are you in Tampa? Because I know Cruz. 12 team, Mr. Free. That's the best team I've ever seen. Like, I'm not just saying that because I'm trying to be nice. Like, they're young. It's young and it's good. Like Tyler Warren, London, Jefferson, Gibbs, A-Chain, Genty, Pickens. I could keep on going on and on. Yeah, Jason, are you in Tampa? Because I think Cruz is in Tampa area. Hetzer, you're in Tampa as well, right? GT, man, appreciate you, brother. Like I just like good comments. There's no dumb questions in here. There's just dumb people sometimes. And I know every one of you guys in here that has been in here are not dumb people. And I appreciate you guys. So let's see. I am up 5 points. He's done, and I have Butker, so it's officially a wrap. But only because he left Breece Hall on his bench. Ooh, Breece Hall throwing a tutter, man. That's crazy. You guys all get together and have some beers, dude. Please do it on me. That's the goal because you guys are all pretty cool. So Hetzer, and we got Jason, and then we got Cruz, man. You guys are probably like 40 minutes away from each other is my guess. That's a good call. We're all retarded if we're around here. Maybe, but you know what? No, I wouldn't say that. I'd say you're all a little weird if you're on here, but you know what? If you're not weird, you're doing it wrong. Like people that aren't weird, that try to be too square, fuck them. They ain't living life right, man. Blake, I think you're the only person in Kentucky, like, period. I think it's like, a Walking Dead situation where like you're the only person left because no one lives in Kentucky. Although I will say this, good call, GT. Yes, I get what you're saying. He said in a positive way. I do like Kentucky, man. It's now there's some rough areas, but it's pretty down there, man. I'm from Illinois, so it's boring here. It's flat. It's not beautiful. I like the West Coast, and Kentucky has that nice little, I don't know, man. Tennessee, Kentucky, it's beautiful. 30 minutes north of Tampa and Hudson, live on the 3rd hole at Meadow Oaks. Decent. I'm coming to play golf. What the best, decent neighborhood. The best is got a trailer park, Nudist County down the road. Do you go there, Jason? You totally look like a Nudist County dude. You have like you're a hairy dude, but you own it. You have the beard, the hair. Dude. Yeah. So you guys are all by each other. You guys got to fucking link up. And you got to FaceTime me or whatever when you're linking up and we can all hang out. I can have like a virtual beer with you. Who leaves Hall on the bench against the Bengals and starts Warren? Yeah, I wouldn't have done that, but Breece Hall hasn't been that great. I would say that's still a bad call. Obviously, in hindsight, it is. Jalen Warren actually played okay, but Hetzer, I'm an hour away from Raymond James Stadium. I don't know what any of this means. I've been to Tampa a couple times, but Scott, if you're part of the Discord, you will learn so much. Damn straight. Get in the Discord. GT, you got to get your ass in the Discord too, bro. Thank you for the super, bro. Thank you. Drop Devin Neal or Coker. Not Devin Neal. And I had pretty high hopes for Coker, but Legette's coming on. Andy Dalton looks terrible. We don't know about Bryce Young. Devin Neal is the guy there. If Kamara is hurt or if he's traded, I don't think he's getting traded, but if he's hurt, Devin Neal is a top 20 play. He looked good today, and the thing is, he looks like a good receiver because I think he didn't have any carries. He had 3 receptions in this game. So, like, give me fucking Devin Neal, baby. I think he's almost in, like, he's a little behind Isaiah Davis, that tier. So, yeah, good call. Good call about the mountains. There's probably some nice people. I mean, you can't say they all suck, Blake, because you're from Kentucky, and I love you. Ooh, that's romantic. My sister went to college in Tampa. There's a nudist colony in the Hudson. Dallas, Texas here. Frequent Jacksonville, though. Are you you frequent Jacksonville? So you're like a cameraman for Cops? Because isn't like 90% of the Cops episodes filmed in Jacksonville? So that's what your job is, huh? He's one of the cameramen in Cops. Hell yeah. Florida Naturalist Park Hetzer. I'd love to see Kamara in a walkout as a Saint. I know. He needs to end there, but like, you never know though. I don't golf. My dad does. You should golf. Bro, should I hit Whataburgers and Guthrie's chicken tendies? Damn straight. Anyway, I got this drink to finish. I got 10 minutes left. 10 minutes max. We're already at 2:11. I did over 4 hours on Friday. Last night was about a 3-hour show. Did an hour this morning, and then I'm bringing it to you guys. I'm bringing you the content, boys, and it's not stopping. Even when football is over, I got NBA stuff. Again, crush these bets. 9-1 in the NBA to start. We are 35-17. Is it 30? 35-18 in the NFL right now on our player props. So we are we're doing well. Them damn meth heads. Well, Schultz was the play, dude. He just got hurt, and it was weird. They threw all the receivers. Sign me up in Florida. We got Joe in here. Whataburger. Wemby is on fire. I have not bet on any Wembys. My bets have been random, man. But Brick there is meth bust all the time by me. GT, you have to go check the description, man. You got to get in the Discord. I want you in there. You seem like one of our dudes, right? And like, you know what? If people want to actually like, if as long as they're not an asshole, I'll let anyone in. But like, I prefer cool people, honestly, that are like kind of like us. That's the goal, right? Like, there's not been any arguments in there besides Mouth and J Bob with their Eagles and Giants thing. Well, it's just a friendly argument, though, so we like that. The Patriots are for real. That was just one game, and the Bills are still the team to beat in that division. And besides the Chiefs, the team to beat in the AFC. But yeah, bro, man, the Spurs, that win total, it's already gone up. Their win total's already gone up like 2 or 3 games from the start of the year. It was at 42.5, I think. I wish I would have hit that, man. And then it's up to like 44.5 now. Just after a couple games, not because they're winning. It's just like the eye test of Wemby. And then Castle looks like a monster, like second-year stud. He's like a better offensive player than Bruce Bowen, but has Bruce Bowen's defense. Not to compare Spurs to Spurs, but yeah, bro, are the Patriots for real or the Bills frauds? I don't think the Bills are frauds. I think the Bills are for real. And the Patriots are for real too. I am tipsy. No, I've just been up for a long time. And like after looking at this chat, there's a lot going on. I have to I think you underrate how this actually is very difficult. I will shut up Mark. Mark actually held it together pretty goddamn well last night when you're on by yourself. So I'm high as hell and just made a batch of brownies. Ooh. GT, it's in the you got to go to either the description of the video or the channel description. Just go to my channel. It's the Patreon link. It'll get you a link to that. You sign up. The lowest tier, bro. Second lowest tier, whatever it is, and you get in the Discord, you get access to the bets. There's a lot of good shit, man. A lot of good shit. I can show you real quick. But anyone in here will tell you to do it because they're all in it, and it's well worth it. You're also going to help support me a little bit. It's not much, bro, but it keeps the lights on here. And 7 shows a week, all these guests. I don't even give anything to my guests. They're just my buddies, honestly. Also, I got to shout out real quick. CK, Scott, Logan, Mouth, John, Braden, Wally, Cruz, Mark, Jason, Mike Campbell. Mark, Jason, Mike Campbell, Fanatics, all been on the show as guests. Mike Campbell has not yet been on there, but here's just some of the stuff you're looking at. But there's much, much more I give back to my peeps, dude. Especially the people that give back to me. That's the key, right? Cocoa Beach. Damn straight, Jose. Appreciate you, man. Calling out content providers on being tipsy when we're almost tipsy. No, he wasn't calling me out. I don't know what I missed on his call. Whoops, I have the thing up. I have a graphic up. I don't think I misread his question, but sometimes I make mistakes for sure. Like I even tell you the wrong name sometimes. Oh, the streaming is difficult, and Rob lagged out. I was struggling to keep going to find a comment and respond. That's why Rob is a goat. I'm getting better at it too. Is a scary thing. Jose, you got to get in you got to get in the Patreon to be a guest. Like that's one of the things because I have, obviously everyone want to come in the show. As long as you have a good internet and a decent laptop, you can get in there. Go to the Patreon. You'll see all the tiers. If you want to come on a guest, you get a lot of good stuff, man. Play fantasy leagues with us, merchandise, you name it, bro. Come on a guest. It's not just as one time, Jose. You can come on once a month, whatever. I get people on there. Yeah. So yeah, go in the description if you want that. I mean, if you don't want that tier, you can just join the Discord as well. Jason's the man. He's a very, very, very generous individual and also just one handsome devil. Just smoking them squares and drinking them Busch Lights. Love it, bro. Love it. Oh, man. How's it going in there, babe? I don't know. I'm still having a good time, and it's kind of popping. So, I don't like to leave my peeps. I need to though, but I'll do it in a little bit. GT's in the Patreon. I did not get an email, but I'm sure you are. Sometimes it doesn't pop up. If you got in there, GT, I will send you an email after this when I see it. I got you, bro. Again, I appreciate a lot of the people supporting here, not just the financial support, however little it is, everything helps. Just also it keeps me going, like motivated because I know this is going to blow up, but these are hard times in the next couple months. And just also the encouragement and like all the kind words. Unfortunately, some of those cocks in here are just being assholes, but the kind words in the Discord, more than just how this show is good, it's just about the community and everything. So yeah, I do appreciate all of it because that's the kind of stuff that's going to, keep me going. So that's what I need. Let's see where we're at. I got a couple more minutes left here. Hetzer's poor, he says. I'm a cheap fuck, to be honest. It's okay. Hetzer, just for you, you're not in the Discord. God damn it. Just for you, I'll let you do the $2 tier. It's supposed to be $5. I love you, Hetzer. It's supposed to be the $5 tier for Discord. I'll let you do it. It's $2 a month. I'll let you do it. You get the Discord. You get access to the bets. Maybe you're not betting if you're poor. That's $24. That's $24 a year, dude. Like that is actually just literally nothing. But I also want you in there. But if I just give it, I don't want 100 people in there. I need to kind of keep it. It's already got 50 people in there. I don't want to water it down. Not saying you would water it down, but it needs to be like I want it to be like the close knit community that it is. And eventually, if it blows up, they're gonna have 200 people in there. That's just too much. You like LGBT, Anthony? The alphabet people? Yeah, they're okay. Patriots, Colts, Steelers, Chiefs winning division winners. Steelers are wasting Ravens and Bengals being down. I get on board with that. I mean, the Colts are definitely win their division. Well, yeah, Dom, that was Tim Donaghy, man. That was 100% rigged. That wasn't rigged by the NBA. That was rigged by an official. So, good call. Well, you know what? If you're betting and you're poor, you should just probably tell my picks because we're crushing ass right now. Thank you, Jason. Like I said, Hetzer, I will let you do the $2 because you have been on this streams for a lot. All good, Hetzer. You know what? I kind of like you, so I might just let you do it anyway. I'm gonna get your email on one of these next streams, and I'll probably do it. I'm a pretty nice guy. I don't want to set a precedent for that though, Hetzer. But also your support, you subscribed, like that goes a long way as well, man. Mark says, I wanted the Bengals to win today and maybe see them make a run for the division. I can't believe they lost that game. That is rough. Yeah, GT, I got it. I'll send you an email. It just took a while to pop up. But I can't multitask that much right now. I can't be sending emails, drinking beers, reading the chat, and talking to you fine people, and holding in my piss. Well, I'm actually not going to bed after this. I'm just going to go take care of my dog so my wife can go to bed. And I'm probably going to do that. I still have another drink here, but man, I do nice call there, Blake. I got to pour one out for Nick Mangold, 41 years old, kidney failure. I guess it happened in 2006 where it was a degenerative condition. Seemed like a great guy, hell of a football player and family man. 41, that is 4 years older than me, man. So that is rough, dude. What a player, what a dude. Again, didn't know him personally. I haven't heard any bad things about him. So that is a very somber way to, I don't like ending on somber notes. I'm not saying ending right this second, but that sucks. That just, you know what I mean? Like good ones die young, bad ones live forever. I'm pretty sure Hitler's still fucking alive, man. I mean, for all we know, in Antarctica, or I think it's South America, but all right. Any last questions? And I will. Brian Kelly fired. That'll lift my spirits. Yeah, he's kind of a turd. So if you're in here, you've not subscribed to the channel. What are you doing? Argentina. That's right. That's where they're at. I know all the Nazis are in Argentina. They're like raising generations of them. They still like hang that shit. I was listening to Rogan. They're still hanging that shit like in their barbershops, like having all the memorabilia and stuff. It's wild, dude. But hey, apparently they're people too. So, oh, here we go. We got more trolls in here. H-Man feeding on the blood of the baby. Arians or something. Everyone loves seeing BK suffer. Oh, thanks, Michael. Dude, don't even, like I said, don't worry about it. Like there's enough of you guys that are helping at this point to get me by, and I'm very, very confident that we're gonna get through this time, and we're gonna be able to make this something like it's already something great. The community's great. The Discord, we're gonna make this something really big. Where at least all you early guys, man, it's gonna be awesome because the channel's been going on 4 or 5 years. It's literally been like my friends and my family that watch, and here and there I get some subs. But this is like the start of this thing with, and also the guests are awesome. Like it's something. I'm very confident in this because of you guys as well. So I can't wait. Would you rather have Fireman Ed kick the can over Mangold? Fireman Ed's kind of annoying, bro. There's been a lot of trolls on here, and I don't like it. Fireman Ed is the most fair weather fan of all time. Yeah, he is, and he's also just annoying. I don't like him. All right, this has to be it for me, boys. I got almost 2.5 hours today, though. That was from Friday to today. We're talking like 11 hours for 3 days. So a lot of you guys kept me company the whole time. So shit, man, you guys are awesome. Much appreciated. Guilty as charged with the stories. You know what? I might do a preview. I guess we'll see. Don't make a thumbnail for it. Blake, just if you want to just make the recap one, I'll just do a fantasy lounge or something. We'll see. I'll probably just do a recap though. Thank you, Hetzer. Appreciate you. I am calling tonight. I'm gonna get back to you, GT, in a couple minutes here. So yeah, Aaron Rodgers did play four snaps that year for the Jets. That was. Man, the crazy thing is they won that game against the Bills, right? That was I forget who was the returner, the punt return. Who was that? You guys remember? He's still on the team. Was that is that the guy that was playing today? I know Blake knows it. The guy that had the game-winning punt return week 1, 2 years ago. Is he not on the team anymore? There's my Jamie. Xavier Gibson. God damn it. You know all that stuff. I love it. On 9/11, Blake running out with the American flag. No worries. Rodgers was pissed about his receivers. Rogers was pissed about the whole Jets experience. Thank you, Jax, man. Sorry if you just got in here. We've been going 2.5 hours, so tomorrow night, for sure. We might do a preview show. I'll figure that one out in the morning, and I'll send it to Discord. We're definitely doing a 10:45 same time after Monday Night Football. 10:45. It might be Story, might be Ray again. I don't quite know who's going to be on here with me, but someone will be, or it might just be me. We'll see about that one. So appreciate all you guys, man. Awesome. Gibson's on the Eagles. Jesus Christ, Blake, you know everything. God, you had to search that one? Don't tell me that. Just say you knew that. All right, that's it for me. Love you guys. Stay positive. Love your life. Treat each other with respect. Love dogs as well. We love dogs. Yeah, I got you, free throw. And then GT, I don't know. Maybe I was confusing. I'm confused. I don't know. I've had a long day. So anyways, love you guys. I'll see you soon. Tomorrow night for sure. Maybe before that. Thank you.